Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakakudash.
That's the name of our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, who ignorantly called Jesus Christ. We are the Hebrew Israelites of Great Millstone. We're identifying the doctrine of Great Millstone, which is of 100% truth, as well as is the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Alright? Give double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, those that give their lives diligence and possibly their freedom to push this word out. Alright? We're in February, and this is the first week, just a few days after the government shutdown or the national emergency that President Trump has issued to the people who are. Now, right now it's the weekend, don't seem like nothing's really happening. Even when he signed it, it didn't seem like anything major was going to really go down. But we're here to tell you and prophesy to you, as we said before, that all hell is going to break loose in the streets of America. Okay? And that's prophesied in the Bible. And if you look at the condition of the people in the earth, it has to happen, particularly here in America. All right? Everybody get it.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
The plagues draw nigh and are not slack, meaning they're coming. Okay? These plagues that are going to come and reach you people of America, they're going to plague, matter of fact, they're going to come and get you. All right? What are some of the plagues? Right now, one of the things that if you're paying any attention to the people in the world, there's a race balance that's happening. The blame game is going on right now, okay? Esau is blaming Jacob, and Jacob is blaming Esau for all the wickedness that goes on in the earth. All right? But when you actually look at who's in position to push the wickedness in the earth, it's the so-called white man, which is Esau, okay, according to the Bible. All right? And these nations are getting sicker, particularly the nation of Israel, so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans. Sorry, somebody Job 9 to 4 right here. I don't know how you go back.
This is Job 9:24, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hands of the wicked."
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The Heavenly Father gave Esau the blessing that Isaac granted him, okay, by giving him dominion, and he's chosen to be wicked, okay, because he is wicked. And he's chosen to rule in wickedness because he is wicked, okay? So what he's done is you see all types of crazy stuff going on. People getting shot in the streets with no justice. You see food not being what it's supposed to be, not nourishing your body as it says it should. How do you buy milk, but you're not getting none of the benefits of milk? How do you buy vitamins, but your body can't accept the vitamins, the nutrition of the vitamins? They're GMO in food. I mean, it's crazy out there, okay? Chemtrails. You have to pay for water. Wait, you have to pay to grow food here. You know? That's how crazy this is. You have to buy rich soil to grow your own fruits and vegetables.
New Jersey. They taxing rain. Yeah.
God, hey, Esau is buying airspace in New York, man. You know, airspace, space over buildings, man. They're taxing people on that.
They're taxing everything, so you can't just go to a spring and drink the water from it. For one, because now it's polluted. Because this man is allowed to be polluted under his rulership. There's all types of pesticides. When you can't go pluck fruit off a tree if you starve it, you gotta go find a way to wash it off and make it right again. I mean, the wickedness that this man has allowed to go on under his rulership, under his management of the earth, is damning, it's condemning, and because we're calling him out on it, he's mad. So he's trying to turn the table. Like, no, it's not us, it's them. Okay? He's still trying to, and what's funny, he's still trying to blame you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans like it's your fault.
Hold on. In a business, when you give someone charge to oversee your business, which the manager, that's the position in a business, is to oversee the whole company. All right, owners of that company. If that company gets a fucking Z grade rating, who's to blame for that? Everybody's giving it bad reviews. You know how bad the service is, how bad the food is. You know the conditions of the building.
Cleanliness. Yeah. That goes back to the manager.
That all falls back on the man who's in responsibility. So of course you're going to be the one to be the blame man. Okay. So Esau, you're the current manager of the earth. God gave it into your hand. That's part of going back to Genesis when he blessed, Isaac blessed him and said that he would get the fatness of the earth and the dew from heaven. And you would get dominion over the earth. Okay? Well, look at the condition of the earth under your dominion. So you're responsible. The earth it's a Z grade. It's at a Z grade level. It's horrible. Horrible.
You staying in bullshit. Hey, you ruling it just like you ruled the bottomless pit, man. You look into Esau got into that land. In the Renaissance period, what do they do with these castles? They shit in the hole, they destroy that in the castles that the Byzantine Empire built up, and they just move. Well, where else you gonna go? Well, see, Esau think he's slick. He think he's trying to go to space. But go ahead, your precept, bro.
This is Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws.
Hey, because the laws were to keep them, they have laws that to govern the earth, man, to keep things in perfect balance. This man knows no balance, man. He's all gas. Yeah. To keep everything working with each other, to keep the earth producing as it should. It shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be no food shortages in any part of the earth.
Especially among the animals.
Right. Animals are coming to the city to eat cheeseburgers, man.
There shouldn't be no overpopulation.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the so-called white man say.
You got polar bears.
Too populated.
It's too crowded.
Too crowded. Oh man, there's plenty of spaces on the earth for everyone.
Stop coming.
He basically, the reason why he says that is because it's too many people using the earth's resources. But he wants all those resources for himself.
And wants to control all of
He
it.
wants to have better control over it. What better way to have better control over it? Cut off half the population of the people. You know?
It's polar bears in Russia, in the town of Russia, that's invading the town because they ain't got no food.
Yep. Hey, like when he was in the 18th but when Esau came through here, killing that man, when he was killing off the people, that messed up the Indians. That messed up the way you live out here. Okay? That messed up the way the earth, this land and the Americans was run.
They should be fine in the ecosystem. I just seen a video basically in Australia. They had like a bunch of kangaroos. They was hopping through neighborhoods because there wasn't no water in it. You know, so they was going through wherever it takes to find the nearest water resource. You know?
And animals are drinking pool water.
Yeah, correct.
Poison.
Yeah.
The gold rush back in the 1800s, people taking gold about the waters,
Yeah.
about the streams and the lakes and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why the water's so nice.
Gold and silver are purified.
Natural filters.
Natural filters, right?
Against the everlasting covenant.
Broken the everlasting covenant to keep peace upon the earth, to keep it running right. Okay? Well, that's what you do. And now everybody's looking at you because but you don't blame somebody else, but you're the one that's pushing on it to happen. You're the one that's messing up because you think it's overpopulated. Now transgenderism and homosexuality is at an all-time high. Planned Parenthood is in every neighborhood, or every ghetto neighborhood anyway, in every major city across the Americas.
evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler.
The error that as the ruler, so shall be treated, right? But because under your management, under your rulership, the people don't do right because you don't do right. And the people, especially Jake sees you prosper in wickedness, so Jake wants to follow that, manipulate that. That goes for every nation that comes to America seeking freedom, as they call it. And freedom to be wicked, that's all it really is. Because most of the country where these people come from, they got strict rules about how they live over there.
If you look up the word, get back to it. It says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. And you look up the word error, it means inadvertent. Inadvertence. Basically, when you look up inadvertence, it says the fact or action of being inadvertent as a result of inattention, oversight.
The fact of inattention, hey, like you were talking about the restaurant and the manager, you're not paying attention. Your workers are robbing you. You're not making sure the silverware and the glassware and the plates and stuff are clean. You're not vacuuming. You're not checking for roaches. You're not checking. You're not checking the dates on food.
Yeah, no inspections.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do inspections, and especially when you own a food business, like a restaurant. Inspection is important, man.
Yeah. And this earth produces food, so it's a good analogy.
Yeah.
You know?
So you ain't supposed to be negligent off of that, man. People can receive food poisoning under your establishment. And guess what? Everybody daily, under your rule, we get food poisoning every day because of the food that you're producing.
And that's the part is you go deeper with it. He's doing the shit on purpose.
To kill you off.
He's doing it on purpose because he's doing the food that's what the big farm. So the medical win. There's some doctors that want to do the right thing, but they don't know how because they're not being taught by this man how to do it right. Right? So what do? They keep prescribing you his pharmacare. Witchcraft,
They don't prescribe those natural cures because they can get sued, and it's not within the structure of the FDA.
Why would that?
Yeah.
Why would that be? Because you can't make money off of curing people. You cure people, they wouldn't do it no more. You keep living in those
Some money to treat.
make it about that, but just I appreciate you putting that out. But if you have any questions, just let us know. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna say this. Trump didn't get all the money he wanted for the border, right? And people think because he shut it down for a national emergency after the big shutdown that kind of went on already, that everything's all good, that things haven't really. But we're gonna see how this is going to affect people. Because most of the government workers will be getting paid this weekend anyway. So they're not at work.
Bring up God and then Trump right after that.
Because it all ties in together.
Man,
You don't know that? Matter of fact, read the Job again. Job 9. Because when you say the president of the United States is the leader, as they say, the leader of the free world,
America. Yeah. Because he is the leader of America.
right? But aren't they going all over the world pushing their doctrine and starting wars and different things?
Don't they have, you know what an embassy is?
Yeah.
So don't they have embassies throughout the world?
Yeah.
They didn't get there just to say, hey, we're going to celebrate. They didn't look like it. They went and fought the people of that land when they won that fight.
Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given by the Most High God into the hand of the wicked. You start looking at the deeds, and that's what we were at the going on, the deeds of the wicked. The earth is given to them, and they have the power to rule over the earth, and they're pushing out wickedness. That's why they asked you that question. So who's this person, this wicked person that's ruling the earth?
What are you talking about?
I gotta ask you.
Are you asking me? I'm asking you. Before you ask me.
Who rules the planet? What nation of people rules the planet?
Who rules the planet?
What nation of people rules
What
this
type
planet?
of person?
What nation of
What-
people
what
rules
color
the
of
planet?
Race of people rules this planet.
Planet. The entire planet.
Is it the so-called Latino, Native American, so-called
Rules
black
the
person?
planet.
Yeah, they the ones that's doing it.
Yeah, no, you gotta understand something. You gotta understand something. He asking me about the planet. You backing him up. You want to be questioning. What do you understand about the planet?
You understand anything about the planet according to this book?
According to the Bible?
You gotta be pushing something.
Tell me where it's at. Tell me where it's
So
at.
I'm gonna just get to the skit. All right,
It's in there.
No,
It's in there. It's in there.
So it's like this.
It's in there.
It's not for Jim.
The earth is given to the hand of the
You
wicked.
don't understand.
All right, the earth is given to the
You
hand
don't
of the wicked.
understand. I'll sound crazy.
We don't look crazy.
I would sound crazy if I started talking.
So what I'm saying, like, we ain't cussed yet, but we'll eventually. I'm sure due to passion, but I mean, like, we look crazy out here.
No, y'all look
People
crazy.
talk,
Y'all
people
look crazy. No, you trying to curve yourself, nigga. Excuse me, you trying to curve yourself. I ain't from around here.
No, that's all good.
Where the fuck am I? I'm in Vegas. I just came back here. I ain't from around here, bro. Have courage in yourself. This is what you gotta
That's
do.
what
You
we
gotta talk about the Bible.
That's what we
Not what
did.
you supposed to do. Not what you feel like you should do. You woke up this morning and said, that's what I'm gonna do today.
No,
That's what you had to do right now. That's not what happened. That's not how you standing here right now.
the Most High God of the Bible called each and every individual one of us to say, "Enjoy yourself,
So that's why you standing
I'm
here
about
right
to
now.
come back and fuck people up.
And that's why you standing
particularly
right now?
our own people. These people
No,
on the side.
I ain't tripping.
No.
I'm looking at you.
I know. Yes, I'm
Listen, you out here with brothers. That's the Bible. You out here speaking the word.
First Samuel chapter 2, verse 6.
See what I'm
The
saying?
Lord
Yes.
killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up.
the one another's head from the front.
He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from
Jeremiah
the
4:22.
Yeah.
He set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
Now, this has happened twice. Well, it's happened a couple times, but particularly between the lowest people on the planet and the highest people on the planet. Right?
Yeah.
That's happened twice. We're supposed to be the highest people on the planet. The ones in rulership of the earth. And we had that under King David and King Solomon. And he brought us all the way down to the ground as we are today. We're the worst people on the planet. those are still nice.
Yeah.
But he made the lowest people, the so-called white man, the Edomites, the wicked in the Bible, he made them the top class of the earth. And he's about to do it again to put us back from the lowest people on the planet to the top ruling class again. Put them back down on the bottom. That's what we're preaching, because this
But that's the point. That's the whole point. That's it.
That's a lot more than that. That's just part of the puzzle. Part of the big puzzle. The biggest piece of the puzzle is that we're the ruling class people in the Bible.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses.
No, I read. No. You got.
They go across.
I read Genesis. I read Genesis. Genesis, Exodus.
So
What's the third one? Leviticus, thank you. Numbers, Deuteronomy, Numbers, Joshua, I read Joshua too. I read from the beginning all the way up. I read Psalms. I read a lot of Psalms. I read. Hold on.
What about this one?
What about that? That's old shit.
No, that's some new shit coming.
That's new shit. That's current. But that's old shit.
Right.
My understanding below the current.
Do you believe this is going to destroy America? We got the sign of American destruction is at hand. It's a sign of missiles. And here's the scripture talking about it right here.
America might go through some fucked up shit. If America get hit with a missile like that, it might get fucked up.
It's going to get hit by millions.
Fucked up. Yeah, what?
Yeah. All the
200 million.
in the earth are going to be shot off at one time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Most of them aimed right here.
When they say that?
Get it?
Where I say
Get
that?
the
Revelation 9.
Revelation 9 and also
Revelation 2. I ain't
Get
saying
your
no
level
about no
2.
missiles.
Hey, that's why you got the prophets out here. So tell our people what's up.
The Bible, y'all talking about missiles.
Yeah.
Who's talking about missiles today? Saying that shit
The
gonna
Bible. That's why I said
Get the one in second.
That's how we can tell.
I get it though. I get it. I mean, that's some real shit.
That's how we
Like,
can tell you ain't read the Bible.
no, on some real shit. Like, yeah, a USSR missile will fuck up some shit. At the same time, is the USSR do that exist today? No.
Hold on.
The USSR don't exist today.
But the components.
So
hold on.
everybody talking
the
about
components.
shooting. What you saying that every country on
components
the
that make
planet
up the
is talking about
USSR.
shooting over all their missiles?
You not watching current events? You don't know about
Watch where?
You
Watch what?
the
I don't watch
news.
TV.
It's
I
on
don't watch the
everyday
news.
news.
No, I don't watch the news.
Vladimir
I just got a
Putin.
phone.
Vladimir Putin hates America.
Why? Why
For
would
all
he
the
have
shit
a
America
reason?
do.
Going with what?
Get somebody 22 and
Where and
13.
with for
Let
what?
him get this scripture. And then after that, we leave it. It's going to continue to
Not
teach.
good.
All right?
Sirach 22 and 13. Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that have no understanding.
Y'all being
Beautiful.
May God be with you.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. May the one Almighty God.
Finish it out.
Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that hath no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his foolishness. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness.
Sometimes you gotta let Jake go. There's no reasoning with Jake out here, man. The scriptures say they're destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. They're gone. And Jake, you can tell just by his demeanor, and he looks like he's in bad condition. So he's probably he's probably had a crisis. You know what I'm saying? He's abusing some type of substance, some drug or whatever. So he's out here in the streets just under to and fro. And he's worried about what this is.
Yeah.
Just ain't for him. And the Lord did that to that Jake, man.
don't see it, like, you can leave that we alone, bro, or whatever you want. You know, and I'm too long suffering when it comes to Jake, because he came up, I was going to keep teaching, but he was like, okay, this is what y'all talking about? So, you know, I'm always hopeful that Jake don't pay attention, but Jake gone, man. So we can go back to whatever.
So, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with childbirth with child.
Hold it right there. Jump up to, I think it's like 15 or something around there. Right after.
Chapter 16, 2nd Ezra. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Now let me say it like this: when you understand what fire, kindling the fire is, it's the beginning of it. The beginning of this big fire of all these plagues, it's like all these plagues that's coming, has already begun. Jake didn't even know that it was a fire, that there was fire even lit anywhere. You see, like he don't realize that shit's about to hit the fan. And that just shows you the mental condition of our people. Our people don't realize the Most High God is not playing games. He come back and fuck you people up, man. Because you transgressed his word, you ain't followed it, and then everybody else that's under the fire. Okay, the so-called white man, he got his issues that got to be dealt with, as well as the other nations got to be in subjection. As he brings up the elect simultaneously. So basically replacing the old management with new management of the planet, with righteous management of the planet, which is the elect.
Go back to
no, do the scourges for amendment part.
Verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
And that's twofold, right? Missiles, once they get shot off, is a threat. But also the plagues that's coming to these places, the other types of plagues like famine, race riots, martial law, chip, you know, all of those things as well, you can't turn it back. Now that Esau's being revealed, and Jake is starting to wake up to his badness, some of Jake anyway is starting to wake up to his man's badness, and vice versa. You can't reverse it. We ain't gonna all start grabbing hands and singing songs, Kumbaya no more. You know, that ain't happening no more. It's gonna have to end in a very bloody bloodbath, man. A very serious fight. It's already a spiritual war going on. We're leading in charge of that spiritual war.
Plagues are basically crisis that you have. You know, like for example, the opioid epidemic, that's a crisis. All right, the opioid crisis, that's a plague. Y'all trying to figure out how y'all can suppress that, but it's only getting worse and worse. It's taking out more people than the amount of casualties during the Vietnam War. That's how many people are dropping dead of the opioid crisis. Man.
The morgues don't got no room for the bodies.
Exactly. So that's part of the plagues, man. That's a crisis. You even have the farming markets in America. They're all going bankrupt. Okay, that's a crisis. So you're having an agricultural crisis. That's why Monsanto and all these different corporations that's producing the food. Majority of your food that's in these markets is all genetically modified because they can't really grow natural food. Okay, so there's different crises that America is suffering right now. Okay, and these type of crises is what's leading to an economic crisis. Right. So America is just getting plagued all front and center. Okay, and there's nothing that these devils will be able to do to offset that. Basically, there's no solutions.
Right.
Like it says you that Jeremiah 51, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Take bond for her pain. She's not going to be healed, man. Okay? Let's back on.
It's irreversible. We're at the point of no return. This thing. Okay? The point of no return. read that Scourges for it, then you go back.
Verse 17, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Beginning of sorrows and great mournings. All negativity, they're plagues.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Famine and great death. These are the things that's coming. But there's no healing, no reversibility to it.
The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear.
There's lots of different levels of war that's already going on. Okay? And the level that it's at now, it's not gonna be like the Cold War from World War II leading to the Cold War. When things they're racing for arms and they're gonna go back and hold on to the missiles. No. All the missiles and all that research they did from the Cold War. All that technology is up and running. They're gonna press the button on all of that. Those missiles have to be shut off. This place of America has to be destroyed. Okay? There's nothing. It's like you buy a car, the car is just a piece of junk. Nobody wanted. No, there's nothing good you can get out of it. Go to the junkie, man. This place has to go to the junkie. The junkie is the incinerator. Alright? You got it, bro.
The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold,
and that's what I thought Jacob was trying to ask. What shall I do? But he couldn't even acknowledge that those evils coming. That there was anything even going on now. But that's what we're out here to tell you. What should you do when these evils come? If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, guess what? You have the opportunity for salvation. But you gotta be called into this thing through the Spirit of the Lord. So if He strikes accordingly, you have to become a type of person that the Heavenly Father will give salvation to. How do you know who that is? It's written in the Bible. The way you do that is you get this word, you pray, you fast, you do all the things necessary, you go out and teach this word and wake up the elect. Feed His lambs, feed His sheep. Let them know about the things that's coming.
behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Scourges for amendment, it's like an ass whooping so you can correct yourself. Well, we're about to get a big ass whooping from the Heavenly Father to correct us for one final time before He gives us the blessing of the second coming. Okay? But there's a lot that has to happen. 2/3 of our people have to learn it after death by pain. They have to get completely plagued before they can wake up to this thing, before they can come back in their right mind. Just like that, never gonna come back in their right mind until they get the severity of the scourge. Go back to 37. Let's pick it up.
We're in verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Hey, but for all these plagues and all things that's going on, they won't turn from their wickedness. They're going to continue life like this, thinking that this is just the way life's supposed to be. So our people, the most royal and beautiful people on the planet, supposed to be homeless. They're supposed to be strung out on drugs and opioids and kicked and spit on and shit on by the lowest class man on the planet. Is that what's supposed to be happening? The world is upside down. The Heavenly Father's about to come send His Son back to set it right. You got it, bro.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Yeah, Jake didn't even know the scourges. Lord, what do you mean? Or what are you talking about? That's old shit. What old shit? That's new shit. Missiles, hey, those were shut off. It's old that we have missiles, yes. But it's new shit that they're all going to be shut off. That's something new. You got it?
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, because they think they got life figured out. They think they can buy food cheap, go to these fast food places. Because this government shutdown didn't really touch McDonald's or whatever. It's still good. They still get, wait till EBT get cut. That's what y'all didn't get to see. EBT didn't get cut last time. Government assistance and GR and all that didn't get cut last time. Wait till it gets cut. Wait till Trump's like, I need more money. They don't want to give it to him. Guess what's getting cut next? And the reason we can declare these things is because we know the ending. Because we know the ending, we know it has to, we can see what's happening before it happens.
They got to finance this war.
They got to finance the war and this war.
Yeah.
Them things gotta be financed. Them things cost. There's a heavy price on both of those things. The wall is a part of the war. Don't y'all know that? He's building a moat around this damn place. Because he knows he's about to be a tyrant in the earth. Go ahead, bro.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Hey, you think you got out of one, there's more coming for you. You're not going to escape the plagues unless you're up the elect. You're not going to escape the plagues that's coming to these places, okay? And that's not just here in America, it's other parts of the world as well. Right? But the main hub of all of this is going down right here in America.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung. And
Hey, it's going to be a regular thing to see dead bodies in the streets. Get ready to see dead bodies and smell rotted flesh in the streets. Nobody's going to bury these people. Okay? That's why do you think they bury them 6 feet? For one, the smell is hard for it to come up, but also so if you fertilize the soil, the place is going to be, man, you're never going to get a chance to go through that process. Okay? Never going to get a chance to go through that process. Because what's going to end up happening is the missiles will just burn it all up, and along with everything else that's coming.
Well, when you think about it, especially in the inner cities, because everything relies upon technology, and Esau has control over that. But when all hell breaks loose in society, and there's a big shutdown, and let's say they finally follow through with a so-called EMP attack. That cuts out everything that relies upon power. So transportation is cut off. So that means that any emergency services, you won't be able to reach them. There's no ambulance, there's no firemen, no food trucks. Okay, all that is cut off. So when people are out here in danger of violence, and there's a lot of murders going on, we live like the purge. Who's gonna come and pick these bodies up? Ain't nobody gonna be able to pick nothing up. Everybody gonna be able to run for their life. People gonna be screaming and hollering and fussing. People gonna be hiding themselves in their homes, in their apartment buildings. People gonna be behind their doors. But, you know how you got multiple locks and chain locks and all that, deadbolts, and because people gonna be just hiding out there because it's gonna be so dangerous outside.
You remember the second first movie, Anarchy? I mean, it was Anarchy. And when the Hispanic guy kicked, I got the door busted. The locks ain't gonna work. They had a pistol in there. You can't do a shotgun and lift the whole door off the hinge. But I'm tired of your shit. That's going down. They don't make these movies for nothing. That type of shit is gonna go down in the earth.
Because America's about to be lawless soon. It's gonna be a dog-eat-dog society. You're gonna have to fend for yourself. You're gonna have to do everything to survive. And what's gonna happen is you're not gonna survive. Because ultimately, if you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shai on you, if you're not numbered with that Ezekiel 9 and 4, the mark of exemption. If you basically numbered unto death, man. If you're not under the hedge of protection of Yahweh Shai, hey, you're gonna be killed out here, man.
That's how you escape all these plagues. But I gotta make sure that you people that tune into this thing, that you understand one simple. This whole race riot thing I kind of alluded to and mentioned earlier, guess what? Your adversary, so-called white man, is armed and ready. He's been training his children. He's been trained from a child. His granddaddy has been training his father from a child to train you all the way down. This generational training to blow you niggas and spicks away, man. That's what this thing is about. He's armed and ready to blow you away. All right? And that's, I'm talking rural areas, certain cities, right? Well, these cities, guess what? They're arming these same guys in the police forces and in government, what do you call them? Government agencies. They work for those, and they got the big plan to shut shit down. You think these black helicopters and whatnot flying in certain patterns for nothing? You think they're doing these road closures for nothing? nothing, let's divert traffic to see what people do. It's like rats in a little rat with a maze to see, they cut off one and see what niggas do.
Hey, right now it's going down in Haiti.
Yeah.
Right now it's going down in Haiti, man.
Yeah.
They burning shit down.
Add Haiti to the list of South America too.
Those are the Levites.
Yeah.
Right, they're going through tribulation as well over there. They got a puppet leader that the U.S. set up over there that's been in position of power for the last few years that's fucking up their country.
Yeah.
So they're taking it to the streets, all right, out there just wilding out and tearing shit up. And their riot police, they're shooting some of them down.
Yeah.
It's a war right now, man. They burning shit down. And they're setting up barricades where certain of them can't get from one place to another. What do you call that, man?
Martial
That's
law.
what's going to happen ultimately when Trump declared martial law, which right now we're in a state of emergency, which under a state of emergency, he has the executive power to declare martial law.
Right.
That's getting ready to happen, man.
There's levels to the way this thing has to happen, okay? He can't just come out and declare martial law off the top unless something gives him reason to do it. Well, he made up the excuse of the border wall being a state of emergency level, and then something stupid was gonna happen to where he can just keep going. Every way, the way that this man wrote his law book up, it takes one thing to happen. Like, y'all don't even realize the things that Obama signed away in 2012. He gave the government, or the dictator of the government, all power upon the earth, of every resource upon the planet.
They got
upon the country.
They said they can seize your home.
They can seize anything
No.
that they deem it useful for the government.
They said they can seize your home because all the land on that where the border is, 60% of it is privately owned.
Right.
So they can seize your home in order to build that border wall.
Right. The deeper as wide as they want. That you can do about that.
And they try to say eminent domain. That should go out the window when they're in a state of emergency.
Yep. All the laws and rules go out the window in the state of emergency, let alone martial law.
2 Corinthians 16-23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted.
Hey, but guess what? The elect has a comforter. We have a comforter. We believe. We were given the gift of faith. We have a comforter. This is this book that warned us of all these things. So now just the wisdom will be the stability of this book, will be the stability of thy time. Because we know it's coming. And we know to brace ourselves. We know how to pray in the name of Yahweh Shem El Shai. We've been practicing that we can get some mercy from it, get delivered from it. Okay, but the rest of you people, y'all gonna bug the hell out. Matter of fact, they ain't gonna stay. Let's get
Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days coming, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water.
There will be a famine of bread and water also, but that's not the important famine that's coming. The important famine you're going to say right now.
But of hearing the words of the Lord.
But of hearing the word of the Lord. And the Lord not going to be on the to break the word down, to warn you and to comfort you that there's an opportunity for salvation out there. Because the doors of mercy will be closed unto you. If you don't have this book, the spirit of this book within you by now, or very soon, it's a wrap.
Right, the Most High makes it beautiful, you know. Because all you people that's mocking the prophets, you know, saying bad things about us and things like that. Hey, the Most High said he's gonna laugh at your calamity, man. So for you mocking our hope, you're gonna be hopeless in that day, man.
Right.
You know, you're not gonna have no protection. And when your fear comes, there's a decimation, and you gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta eat that plague, or you gotta eat your death. You can't run away from it.
You gotta take that off.
You gotta take your L. He says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east.
So you're gonna wander looking for the men of the Lord to break it down for you. If you can even find a Bible in that thing. Right? You're going to hold somebody to break it down.
Exactly. Say you do get your hands on scriptures, you're still not going to understand it.
Right.
You know?
That's going to get cut down. The understanding that's pouring out right now is going to be cut off.
You're still not going to know the name.
Yeah.
You know? It says, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it.
Yep.
In that day shall the fair virgins and young men thank for thirst.
Yep. Thirst of his wisdom, knowledge of Yahweh Shem. Okay? Hoping that you can get watered and replenished and refreshed with the understanding of the comforts that come with the scripture. Don't be so late for you. Got another thing?
Yes.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 26.
Yep.
And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth.
He gonna cut us off like a mouth full of peanut butter. You can't talk. He gonna do that to the prophets. He gonna stop talking to the prophets. Now you gonna you're not gonna be able to hear the word. You're not gonna talk to them. Because if you read up in that chapter, the Lord came to Ezekiel and told him, hey, go eat this roll and go prophesy it out to the people. But at a certain time, he's gonna cut that off. Or we can't speak on it.
Real quick, you see across the street, all you see is women walking around on tail. All you see is just women without a care in the world. And the prophecy talks about how she drove carelessly. All right, they got her given to pleasure. See, these women, they got liberty now because everything is still cool. What we're prophesying about, what we're going into, it's not going to be safe for these women to freely walk up and down the streets like this, man. They're going to be prey out here, man.
God.
Okay? It ain't going to be like this any much longer. Right now is their time. Look at you got to get the skipping. They skipping across, you know what I'm saying? What you think them same slop, just busting all the holes walking by, what you think they're going to be doing when this time period happens? They're going to be a bunch of rape victims, they're going to be getting murdered, okay? They're going to be getting sent into concentration camps. They're going to be trying to look for men to protect them. They ain't going to have that same kind of spirit that they have now, man.
Hey, I never did this movie up in the road. One thing that, now I want to ask a question. You brothers all seen The Road, right? The movie The Road. How many women was in that movie?
I remember maybe two. Two. Yeah.
There's only two. And one of the women walked off and gave up, never to be seen again. The first 5 minutes of the movie. The other one was with a man that had food and guns and bullets too. Believe me. Okay? That's how, because women were getting raped and killed and eaten. Once they got used up so badly, they probably just ate them. Same thing with children. Okay? When you start really getting into the movie and watching it, it was all men. The meat of the movie was all men. You know? You gotta understand that that's the end game of this that's going on. All of that's gonna take place. But the earth is populated with more women than men. And all these movies that's building up women, Captain Marvel, the best Marvel superhero or whatever, and it's a woman. Wonder Woman, you know, what's that other martial arts or whatever kind of movie with a chick, bank robber chick.
Tomb Raider.
All of these movies. Yeah, I was thinking Nikita, I couldn't think of the name. All these movies with these women whooping men's asses, that ain't about to go down in that thing.
So that's how we do.
All that ain't going down. Kill 88 cents.
That shit is, it's fiction, it's fantasy.
Hey, Connie,
It's Halloween, it's what children want to be for Halloween. That's all that is.
that spirit makes women proud, man. Hey, like they say the most powerful superhero is Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, I believe, was a man. It was a man, man.
Somebody said, no, it was two of them. Why did you woman with it?
Hey, it's gonna get a lot of these women killed. Hey, cause men are already bucking up, man. Men are sick of y'all shit. You know, if you look on YouTube, it's compilation videos of when men hit back. You know, going their own way. Because a lot of times, you know, especially within the younger ages of Jake, you know, social media is messing women's head up. You know, it'll be times where somebody takes up their phone. Next thing you know, basically a woman is persuaded to hit a man or hit a younger Jake, and Jake doesn't stick her around. You know, because they think they're in this space of a woman can do what she want to do. She can't be touched. She ain't got no respect. So what's gonna happen in that day? The women is gonna be getting your hands pushed, man.
Fear, and see, this is the thing. All it's gonna take is see one man to, in front of a group of women, one man crush a woman.
Con.
You know, physically kill her. Nice.
And we don't get the word because the media, yeah, there's something. They'll take what he said and they'll just cut the clip right there.
The head grip.
We ain't doing it. We ain't doing none of that. Take the whole clip.
There's a scripture to back that up, all right? Micah 7:10.
Yeah.
Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her.
She shall see all those plagues that's coming. Right, like right now, she's in disbelief of it. She gonna see the plagues of all that's happening. That's where the promise of is coming. The promise on here talking all that shit with the dead bobbling and all of that. When it go down, watch what it say.
Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her.
Shame shall cover her. Then she gonna be ashamed. What's funny is if you notice the spirit that's on women nowadays, they have that spirit of well, I'm a woman, I didn't know. Like they can talk all that shit like a man, but then they can always go back and don't have to take responsibility for the things that they said. And men, simp-ass men anyway, give them the freedom to do that, to play both sides for their advantage. No, it don't work that way.
Like a child that wants you to respect them as an adult.
Yeah, exactly. But when they make a bad adult decision,
they give them an adult task and they fail at it. Well, I'm just a child anyway. I don't know anything. I'm just a child. But you want me to respect you as an adult. Well, that's the confusion going on in the world with this whole pedestalization of women, feminism. This whole attitude that women have that men should really respect them, and they ain't got to give it back. You know,
gynocentricity going on in this place.
every man should basically be tied their heads behind their back, and pretty much you should be able to do what the hell you want to do. You know?
You can't even say nothing about it.
He's such a homosexual. He created that atmosphere. You know? So hey, when this thing goes down, the two main victims of this whole scenario, we're gonna be getting jacked up, and the damn devil's gonna be getting jacked up.
Right.
Y'all gonna be the most affected by the plagues or the sword, all the evil that's coming that the Most High is gonna bring on this place. It's gonna be a lot of y'all. Y'all gonna be the main targets. Right. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of deaths. Okay. You women, you follow the circle, and this whole confusion that's happening.
And whenever the women, Israelite woman, I'll say this way, has a man that wants to go away from what this Edomite is doing, that's ruling, she puts him back in line and makes him oppose his ruling. He's like, nah, I want to do something different. Nah, we're gonna get in trouble. They always got something to keep you in mind as he set up as that covenant y'all made together from the garden. Y'all been sticking it out thick and thin. Well, you gonna stick it out in time of punishment as well. Go ahead, bro.
That's Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Hey, the Lord don't have to touch anybody. You don't have to touch anybody. The random, everyday citizen is going to do that. The martial law troops are going to do that. The UN troops and all of them. Dirty troops are going to do all of that. The so-called white man is going to do that. I seen a video of the Edomite knocking little 12-year-old girls out. Knocking them out like they grown-ass men.
She tried to walk up on him like a grown ass man.
Exactly. exactly the point.
Esau, that was just a reflex that Esau had. She ran up on him. You know, that's just, hey, I don't know about y'all, but somebody run up on me like they about to.
Yeah, she
I don't care if you 12, 13 years old. Don't run up on me like that. But this generation, they're taught to lack respect for men.
Yeah, it's not that they're not taught; they're taught to have lack of respect.
You're right. It goes back to home training. Okay, that's why this generation is all fucked up. The parents that's raising them is fucked up. Okay. So hey,
that's why you go to church and get dropped down like the fire in the street.
Yeah. The way, I mean, and this applies to whoever it applies to.
Right.
Because every time we get on the women, it's always some sucker ass emotional niggas. And then of course there's women also who, not all women are like that. Don't worry, if it doesn't pertain to you, if you're one of the sisters that believe and subscribe to the truth, then you don't worry about it.
A little faith.
You know what the scriptures say about women. You need to be just doing your job, man.
Well, they got a problem with Mike receiving this vision from the Lord. We're just reading what Mike put through the inspiration of the Heavenly Father. You know, we're just reading the scriptures, man. If you're taking offense to it, you're offending in your how about It ain't our fault. It's on you.
Y'all got an issue with Ezekiel. Ezekiel, he prophesied about Jerusalem with the death angel. Go through the midst of the city and smite. And he listed you women up in there. You women ain't exempt from judgment.
White man make you feel exempt, but you're not.
See, women and maids.
Worshipped in this society don't mean that you're exempt from the judgment from the Creator, man. Okay? Hey, he's a jealous power, man. The fact that you getting all this worship, and he's the one that's sitting in the heavens that's supposed to get the worship. Hey, the Lord is known for destroying idols. Hey, the Lord is destroy idols, and you putting these women up as an idol, man. And then these women feeling like they should receive that type of reverence, man. That our women calling themselves goddesses and queens and all that shit. Yeah, man. Empresses and all that bullshit. All right.
Go deep into that word queen, we can get off.
Yeah.
Go deep into that word queen, I think it's Italian. Q-U-E-A is the original way of spelling. So you call it promiscuous, prostitute, all the negative things that you women are actually out to do.
That title suits you. Just right.
That title queen that came from the Latin?
I think it was Italian.
Italian?
It wasn't like the Latin. It was
Was it German?
Right, German.
It's one of them.
Because a lot of those, back in the time of when the Romans were ruling, a lot of those so-called queens, they were promiscuous.
Yeah.
They had multiple husbands, and that wasn't frowned upon.
Right.
That wasn't going down in our when we were ruling. Hell no.
It's defiled.
Yeah.
You know? But our point of bringing you up at all is y'all gonna catch it, man. Y'all gonna catch it bad, okay? We're warning you too. All of our people gotta get warned. Everybody's gonna get it.
Oh, you women that are waking up to being Israelites, you making videos and talking shit about other Israelite camps. You know, that trend that's going. There's women coming from the IUIC and they already setting up fucking live streams talking about what men is doing this and what men is doing that. And the Most High is gonna destroy you hoes.
Oh yeah. I support because you don't want to work, so I'll stop cooking for a little while. I'll still be making it. Man.
But they supposed to follow the law. What's the law say? What's Corinthians?
That's why we was laughing. Back in the day, we was laughing, especially IUIC, because they pushed the law so heavy. And we know you can't keep it. We know that.
a lot of you women, man, y'all full of shit. There's a few sincere out there, but a lot of y'all are full of shit. You got your you on YouTube, you trying to get recognition.
Yeah.
You know, you got this one demon. She look like a straight up transvestite, like anointed princess of Zion or some shit like that. This bitch is out of her mind, man. And both sides gonna destroy you, all right? Stop subscribing to all GMS videos, man.
You know what you do.
All right? And that simp nigga that you get involved with, most likely gonna kill him too. All right? Ain't no respect to a person, all right? Ain't no respect to a person with the most high, man. All right? Y'all gonna be a part of the same trouble that 2/3 Jacob's gonna see, man. Okay?
You will not be accepted that day.
Yeah, we could cut off.
I'm particularly talking about everybody, but you gotta make that point about them.
Well, I had to say something because all the fleet of fucking careless ass women, they was walking by and shit. And it's like, just carefree, like America's gonna continue the way it is right now. So we have to go into that. You women, y'all gonna be jacked up, man. It tells you in Timothy, she that lives for pleasure is dead while she lives. These women, they're walking around, but they don't know that they're future internment camp victims, rape victims.
Going to the internment camp and the victim part we're talking about. It's gonna be what happened to you in those. Hey, I've heard so many stories about women that go to the military.
Oh, come on, bro. They get messed up.
Man, that's under a civilized situation.
Yeah.
So when there's lawlessness, then what?
Some colonel or something in the Air Force just got convicted for raping some chick like 30 times. Yeah.
30 times. That's a relationship.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 33. The virgin shall born having no bridegrooms, the women shall born having no husbands, their daughters shall born having no helpers, in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Yeah, so when these calamities start popping off in these streets in America, well, where's gonna leave you women, man? If the men gonna be getting their head busted, man, where's gonna leave you, man? You gonna be prey, man. You know?
Look at Eli, man.
Hey, just like in the ancient world, man. You women that's they have your men killed, your husbands killed, you're gonna be taken, man. Simple as that, man. You're spoils of war, man. All right, that whole thing was instilled in men, man. Because the Lord said He's a man of war. Exodus 15:3, man. So what happens in war is when the men of the opposing army is killed and their women is left behind, those women become spoils of war, man, to the victorious army.
Hey, they're only spared to be made sexual slaves and be put to work in some way.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're just killed. Like there are all the other people that was just shot.
Yeah, servants and handmaids and sex slaves.
Yeah.
Watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is watch that shit.
It says that in Isaiah 14, you know? That where it say that at? You don't have to get it.
Get Zechariah 14. Something like that. Zechariah 14. You can get it out. You can get it.
Yeah, they really got it on the finger.
Zechariah 14.
So,
Grace and the people. That blood must be given.
This is Zechariah 14. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled. and the woman ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Yeah. So basically, during the time of wars, like especially with Jerusalem, whenever we would go up in the Heavenly Father, our enemies, the other nations, they will come down to Jerusalem and take us for a spoil. And women were the main victims of that spoil, and the children. The men would get killed off, and the women would get snatched up, and the children. And they'll take them and they'll basically make them slaves in their own lands. So when all hell breaks loose, Jake, you know, you're gonna have a lot of Jakes that's gonna be off in the war because Trump, of course, at the way he's going, World War III is imminent. So it's gonna be a heavy draft. So a lot of men gonna be getting sent out there, and even a lot of you women too that sign up, y'all gonna go out there. And then there's gonna be a lot of women here that's gonna be in the States. So when all hell breaks loose over here, a lot of these men are gonna have their way with you. They're gonna come right into your crib, and they're gonna be basically they're gonna ravish you, man. Okay, they're gonna ravish you, especially these troops. Those troops are they're gonna do the main thing. Just like when we was at war with the Vietnamese, what were the soldiers doing over there?
Just gonna say,
They were raping their women. And they was doing it to the men as well.
I gotta say this, man. To be a warrior is a very stressful job. Okay, so how do people relieve stress? You know, to our people, we was in Egypt, they kept putting a rigor, they made us serve a rigor, made us work harder and oppressed us even harder. Guess what? We started multiplying more and more. Well, the same thing in the war. Being a soldier is a very stressful situation. So what do you gotta do to relieve that stress? You gotta pop somebody, man. But if your woman live in the country that you came from, so what, you gonna take whatever's available for you. And if they don't wanna be with you, guess what? The power of the sword will be in their hands. The power will stand in their hands right there to do what they want.
Martial law troops, we're gonna see a whole lot of men click up. You know, there's gonna be a whole lot of gang event. You know, taking women, you know, taking goods and stuff like that.
Yeah, they duct taping you and shit, so you ain't gotta hear your loud ass screams and cries. Yeah, it's gonna be, hey,
I'm gonna say, all right.
you just gotta visualize these things, man. This is reality. This is gonna be a reality, man. You know, the average person out there, they hear these things, they be like, what the hell these dudes talking about? It's right there in the Bible. Go into the Bible. You'll read that these things they happen. And they are gonna happen according to prophecy. Okay?
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. And her gates shall have been and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Basically, just talking about you women, and you men are going to be destroyed. They're going to die. You women are going to be out there, like the scripture said, having no right, no protection over you. You're going to be left with it was literally depicted in the book of Eli. He walked through that tunnel, the one who helped me, somebody. Over there by herself, somebody help me. Hey, you help me, please. He thought about it like, oh, no, not you. You keep going, hurry up. Then all of a sudden, the men popped out of nowhere.
Hey.
The militia, a group of men that was ruling over her, running through her, whatever they was using her up for, was right there.
Use her as bait.
Yep.
Y'all gonna hate every bit of that shit, man. You know? Hey, cause just was that a few days ago, you know, a lot of you entitled fucking whores,
Yep.
you know, you was getting on your man because he didn't get you, you know, a Valentine's gift. You know, he didn't get you, drop you off no money or, you know, something fancy.
Or something.
You had a tantrum.
Teddy bear.
I seen a nigga woman going crazy on her man.
Yeah. The type of shit that you give our men in society right now, because everything is catered to you right now. What we read about, man, when this takes place, there's gonna be a shortage of men out here. You gonna hate the fact that you was even treating them like that. And you gonna very, because right now you gonna satisfied with your man because he ain't giving you the world. But then when there's a shortage of men and you ain't got no protection, now what? You gonna feel, that's when that shame is gonna come. That same dude that you gave hell on Valentine's Day, he could have been there protecting you, man. You had one nigga bitch, and I don't know how old the video was, but Jake bought her a car, and it wasn't the best car. It was like maybe a Taurus or something like that. But it was a working car. She kept on wrecking cars. Every car that he tried to buy her, she kept wrecking, getting them total. So he just bought her a regular bucket. Like, hey, I got you a blue car. Only paid $1,000.
Oh, Con, yeah, I seen that.
You know what I'm saying? All we gotta do is maintain insurance on it. The dude checked it out. It's in good condition. And this bitch was pouting him. I don't like this. I don't want this car. You know? I don't like how am I supposed to roll up in this? How am I supposed to, my friends and whoopie whoop? Bitch!
That's why you crashed the last whatever you had.
They kept buying
Yeah,
them.
I'm gonna say car number 2. After car number 2, it was like, come on, man. You're doing this shit on purpose or something. Like, you can't get behind another wheel.
She was entitled as hell. Y'all see that video, man? You just gonna be like, wow, that motherfucker.
I'm mad at the nigga though.
What's crazy is she probably got more mileage than that fucking bucket. But Jake said they sent out to those type of women, man. But hey, when that day comes, those kind of women, they gonna hate that they treated they men like that. Okay? Because who you gonna look to guide you, man? You gonna just be a victim out here. You think that because the Most High, he's in control of all things. How you think the Heavenly Father is gonna deal with you, man?
Well, since you said I was gonna wait to say it, but I'm gonna say this. Now you gotta think about the big picture. If our women are treated men like that, then the men are gonna be there to protection. Well, as a nation, we're the bride of the Heavenly Father, right? So who's gonna protect us? He ain't gonna protect you 2/3. Okay, so everything that was said applies to you women, is gonna apply to the 2/3 of our nation as well. Isaiah chapter 13, I'm going to start off at verse 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. They shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord, Yahweh, coming, cruel with both wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Yeah, that's going into the nuclear destruction of Babylon.
But there
people
won't be
gonna
no
be shook.
protection for you.
Yeah, these people are gonna be shook up especially when the president declares that those missiles are being launched off. That's when their hearts are gonna melt. They're gonna be faint, man. Okay, they're gonna be bugging out. Okay, and they're gonna have that guilty conscience. They know that they lived a sinful, wicked, evil life.
They're gonna feel like Wisdom of Solomon 5 when they say the anguish. Yeah.
And it's funny when the movie I always got a movie, right? The movie Dark Knight Rises. When he said, oh shit, but they saw the bombs not go off, but they saw it
Detonate.
time for detonate.
Oh yeah.
He goes, oh shit, we can't get out of here. Well, everybody back on the bus. And the guy goes, hey, it's a nuclear bomb. It's gonna hit the bus. Like, why are you on the bus? That's what it's gonna be like. And when you realize that, you can still try to go fall under a bed or get under the table like it's an earthquake, and it ain't gonna matter. You're still gonna do that dumb shit. But when it hits you, that there's no escaping this, that's when you're gonna realize that we warned you, and then right before that moment, you're gonna see some of the elect being beaten up. That's when you're gonna know, damn, they warned us, they told us, we didn't listen. Okay? That's why this all plays. But leading up to that, you're gonna get jacked up as well. All the way to that moment. Okay? I gotta read this. Verse 11. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Hey, you terrible ass women, you terrible ass people in the earth right now, the Lord is gonna lay you, what do you say? He gonna punish you, and he gonna lay low the haughtiness in your pride, man. He said, many great miseries shall be to them that walk in great pride in the last days. See, these things gonna happen to you. The more these women dance and skip and talk shit and get on the internet and run their blabbering ass mouths about things that they don't truly understand because they didn't want to get in order. Okay? And you men that scoff and talk about the men of the Lord because you don't like what we're doing. We're party crashers, so to speak. Guess what? Too bad when the party's over and the police kick the door in, I don't mean police, but when the Lord kicked the door in to shut things down, guess what? You gotta deal with that when he walks in the house. Alright? And that's what it's gonna be like. He's gonna crack the sky, come and show up, he's gonna scare the SHIT out of you people, man. Okay? And he's coming to set things right. You're gonna be convicted in that day. You'll be trodden down at the iron streets.
Jeremiah 6 and 11.
Let me get to the last verse. Verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. I had to read that because it's directly talking about the women, but we have a man. We have Yahweh Shai to link us back. Lord, will the world be elect? All right? So the analogies still play together. You got it, man.
Jeremiah 6 and 11. Therefore I am full of fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad.
He's going to pour out his fury upon the children abroad. All the people of the earth will feel it, except the elect. And there's certain other people that's not going to feel it with missiles, but they're going to feel it going into slavery, captivity.
And upon the assembly of young men together, for even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with them that is full of days, the elderly, and their houses shall be turned unto others with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. Yeah, man, that happened in ancient Babylon, and this is modern, great Babylon. That's right. So the same thing is going to happen again, man. You know, the young men, the young maids, women, the elderly. You know, Esau ain't going to give a fuck, man. You know, you don't care if you're a young woman, you know, a senior citizen. All right, he's going to put you to death, or he's going to take you to concentration camp.
Matter of fact,
all right, you check you up.
Especially you Latin tribes, man. The focus is on y'all. You northern tribes, man, you so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, man, you Hispanics south of the border. Esau, he's looking at you with the same evil eye that he has for Judah right now. Yeah. Okay? That's why the whole focus on that border wall is because of you tribes, man. He considered you illegal in a land that he actually stole from you. And he's trying to blame you for his problems, man. Okay, so he's gonna try to be relentless and coming down upon you. So, like with this whole state of emergency, with the executive powers that he has under a state of emergency, he can actually start going around and just have the Department of Homeland Security, Department of Justice. ICE,
Immigration Control,
the CIA, FBI, all these different agencies, they can go around because of the seizure of power that that the federal government has, they can actually go around and start snatching people up that they deem a threat to national security.
And don't forget about that, they can detain you without
Indefinitely.
without due process.
Without a lawyer and whatnot.
Didn't Obama sign that away too?
Yeah,
NDAA.
Yeah.
They scooped up some Jake that they thought was illegal, and he was born here, and they held him.
Yeah, they don't care, man.
Hey, who's gonna tell them they can't do it?
They did that shit to 21 Savage. They did that to 21 Savage, you know, one of the famous rappers you niggas look up to. You know, he took his ass and detained him, man. You know, Jay-Z, you know, with the pull he got, the nigga parking Boulay, got his ass out, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, and if y'all, one thing is, if y'all know about the history of the executive powers that presidents have, like when you go back to World War II, and you had Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was in office at the time, and during World War II, the enemies was the Japanese, the Germans, the Italians, so on and so forth. Well, he implemented the executive order. I think it was Executive 9066, and basically what that did was it granted him power to it granted him power to. Matter of fact, if somebody can look up Executive 9066.
96.
Yeah. Executive Order 9066. All right. Pretty much, it gave them the power to basically bring forth the internment of over 100,000 Japanese Americans, man, and Italians and Germans. All right, they were putting them in internment camps. Somebody looked at
I'm gonna read it in the Wikipedia.
Okay, you can get it from there.
It says, Executive Order 9066 was United States presidential executive order signed and issued during World War II by United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt on February 1942. This order authorized
What was that? February what?
1942.
Oh, we almost there.
The order authorized security of war to prescribe certain areas of military zones.
Military zones. Like the military, like we were just going into, they can turn any type of vacant building. They can basically say, "Hey, we have the permission to actually take it over. We need this area, this space, to house detainees, if you will."
If you remember the old 1984, I haven't seen the movie, the old Red Dawn.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did. They took a soda shop over and was holding up in there. They also took City Hall and was detaining people. They took the high school and put up another fence and was detaining people in there.
You gotta understand this. They've been the elites of this society been planning this shit since 1776.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. What's that? May 1st, May Day, 1776. They've been planning for this time period, man. To chip everybody, you know. That's why they got the predictive programming and these TV shows and movies and stuff like that. You know, TV shows that came out, 30, 40, 50 years ago, prophesied of what's going on today, man. So they've been planning this shit for the last 300-400 years, man.
All of this is in the Illuminati board game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's an Illuminati board game that's telling all their plans.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up Red Dawn because it came out in 1984, right?
Right.
What's the name of that the plan of action that under this particular act they can declare martial law?
Yeah.
1984.
Yep.
Which was constructed in 1984.
And the movie, Orson Welles.
Yeah.
Right? 1984, and that Orson Welles. I mean, we wrote that, right? The movie 1984 is about that.
Yeah.
About them detaining people, keeping the society oppressed under the government structure.
Yeah. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man.
No.
Okay.
This man tells about it. He's like, hey, don't worry, white. This is what he said. Don't worry, other white people. We got it. This plan is coming. We've been coming a long time, but now is that perfect time. But that's what we're saying also. Now is that perfect time that we have a chance to get up out of here. Okay? Because the Heavenly Father is not going to let their plans fully come to fruition.
Oh, Psalms 33, man. The counsel of the Lord is what shall stand.
Come.
Okay? There's no counsel against the Most High.
That's
All
good.
right? But hey, getting back to that, because I did a video going into the state of emergency. They had just had a so-called mass shooting, which I believe was a false flag. All right? Because now they finally revealed who it was that was behind the shooting. Supposedly it was a Jake. Jake. They don't do mass shootings like that.
Jake do drive-bys.
Jake do retaliatory shootings on other Jakes. All right, but they don't go around and just kill innocent people.
They'll go shoot up their office because all the racist people was in there or something, treated like shit.
Right.
But Jake ain't just gonna just let off on a crowd.
Just because he got fired. Jake, we always get fired, man. We the first fired, last hired, man. Okay. But basically, the fact that it occurred on the exact day of Trump coming out and declaring that state of emergency, that was all orchestrated. Right? That's all the agenda being carried forth. Because they got to make sure that there's chaos in order for there to be a declaration of martial law. Okay? They need a reason to. Okay?
How's it go?
Aurora, Illinois, which is where the shooting took place at. The word Aurora means dawn.
Yeah. No, that's Aurora, Colorado.
It was in Aurora, Illinois. Different,
Aurora.
Illinois.
So there's
Aurora again. Aurora again.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. So hey, what message are they sending? Because Trump is talking about, it's a possibility that we could be invaded through the U.S. Mexico border. And Red Dawn was about the invasion of the Soviets.
The Soviets and the Cubans. The Cubans came through Mexico. The Soviets came
and the Nicaraguans. Nicaraguans.
Yeah.
You know, which was funny is back in the 80s, they conspired with those same Central Americans, and during the Iran Contra scandal, to bring those drugs over here. Okay,
all these drug dealer movies, that's what that was about. Going down there and getting the drugs.
Yeah, they use the border to get the drugs up in here, but now all of a sudden, the illegal immigrants, they're the main responsible ones for the drug crisis that you see happening in the country.
Right.
But you the one that was bringing 30, 40 years ago, you was the one bringing the drugs through the border.
God.
You conspired with them to bring it. Your President Reagan, his administration, along with the Bushes, man. But you want to put it on them. That's why you devils are getting exposed on a daily basis, man.
That's right.
Your hypocrisy it's tremendous, man.
And the big message of what we're trying to tell you is, this man that you holding on to for dear life is going down. If you keep holding on to him in his society, you're going to go down with him, talking about the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. What the people don't do to him themselves, the Heavenly Father is going to send a son back to finish the job and really and truly set it in order. Do it the right way. Okay? But he being convicted by man upon the earth already. Okay, so once he's convicted by man upon the earth, the house charges got to come down and set it right and execute. Y'all still where y'all was at? Y'all still going?
So Isaiah 47 and 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee,
Yep.
thou shalt not know from whence it riseth.
You got to jump. You just got to jump up. Jump up to like verse 1. And jump up.
It's Isaiah 47 verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is
About
no...
America. Okay? It's talking about America. It's not talking about Babylon anymore. It's the virgin daughter of Babylon. The place of confusion, because the word Babylon comes from the Hebrew word Babel, which means confusion. So the virgin daughter of Babylon, the undefiled, the untouched, place of confusion. That's America. This place is full of confusion, and no other war has touched, no other country has really invaded or touched this place. Hasn't been penetrated like that.
And that's why they stressing national security so bad.
Yep. Hey, Trump trying to put the chastity belt on Trump.
Pretty much.
On the virgin daughter, he trying to put the chastity belt on.
Any attack that ever been carried on this place was from its own government. It was an inside thing.
Yep.
No other country has actually came into the United States and actually did an invasion.
Yeah, you can't even say, what's that one with, War of Independence, when it broke off from Great Britain, because they broke off from Great Britain. That's what that was about. They were breaking off. They fought them over here because they all came from over that way and was ruled by, I can't think of the queen at the time, but the queen that was ruling in that time, they had troops and people over here to set it up like England.
Ferdinand, not Ferdinand,
No,
Isabella. No.
Something, I was gonna say Isabella, but I'm not sure. I don't want to speak something I wasn't sure about. But the queen in particular that was in power, they had troops. That's why they called it New England in the north up there. Okay. Well, when they fought them, they had to push them back. Said, no, we're gonna be independent. Okay. That's what that was about. That's still their own people. No other country has come over here and really did something from Japan tried it in World War II. It didn't work. They didn't make it past Hawaii. Okay? So this place is still a virgin as far as being defiled.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind the mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover...
Expose them. That's what the brother said. We're exposing the rulers of this place every day. The people that sit in the ruling class in this place. We're exposing you every day. Proving that this is one of the worst places on the earth. Given all, we're basically, you're being judged right now, or sentenced. You haven't been fully sentenced yet, but we're also sentencing you by telling you the fate that's going to come upon this place. It's the same judicial system. Okay? You're being judged, you're going to be found guilty.
He is found guilty.
Yep.
And your sentence is already written.
But we're still telling the judgments.
Yeah, that's all we got to do.
We're just still telling, we still got shit on you. Like, we're bringing it all out. Enough, you can be condemned now.
And we sitting up and we standing up on the witness stand.
Yeah.
And we bringing out everything, every crime,
God,
every heinous crime
Yep.
that you've ever committed on the earth since you've been in power. You being convicted. And
Yep.
we bringing out your rap sheet, and we go into the scriptures, and these are the judgments based on the verdict that you're getting ready to receive.
Yeah, Esau's on trial.
Yes,
We ain't on trial no
That's
more.
why you got to be the one being questioned, man.
Yep.
We ain't answering no more you devil's questions.
That's right.
And that's what makes it so funny, because what we've discovered that you've done already is enough. But we're still bringing out stuff, and you're still doing shit. So we're just still talking about
It's like, oh, Your Honor, I got some more evidence.
Hold on.
I got more evidence. Oh, he did that too?
He did all this shit. He's already sentenced to the incinerator, you know, the gas chamber, so to speak, you know.
But you know what? While while he's getting it, he's playing fucking he's playing victim as if he didn't do all the wickedness that he's been doing.
Hey, that's like Esau when they say, "I want to plead insanity." Yeah, that's what they gonna try.
That's it. That's it, bro.
And you know what? He's projecting, man. Hey, he's pulling that move that Nino Brown did at the.
Oh yeah. It's way
bigger than Nino Brown.
Hakeem Akbar.
Hakeem Akbar. He's the real head of the CMB.
No wait, the Arabs are the real Edomites.
Yeah. They're the ones running the whole shit. It ain't me. I just try to fight them. If they did knock down our towers, they did,
Yeah.
But that's him being an accuser of his brethren.
Yeah.
All his wickedness, and Jacob's wicked as hell, but a lot of this, you contribute to Jake's wickedness. The scriptures say, woe to you that put a bottle to your neighbor to make him drink, and basically so you can look upon his nakedness. The Most High knows every pitfall, every trap that you done laid for Jacob to go off. He sees everything. And woe to you that seek deep to hide your counsel, man.
Yeah, what she told, what the lawyer bitch told Nino Brown. She was like, yeah, that sound all good or whatever, but you're on trial right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Esau's on trial right now. We understand that, the Arabs had their hand in slavery. They're going to get their judgment.
Too.
Moab, the other nations.
And you know what's funny though? Esau and the regular, the American Edomite and the Amalekite, they snitching on each other right now.
Yeah.
They got dirt on each other right now. It's, the court case is in session right now, and you got Esau pointing at the Amalekites. The Amalekites pointing back at
they co-defendants.
Yeah, man. But y'all both are guilty as charged, man.
You watch First 48, right?
Yeah.
And have them separated into interrogation rooms. He's like, the cop always said, he already just switched up, right? He just said you're the shooter. How you gonna say that? I ain't the shooter. I wasn't even there. Now he says you were there and that you're the shooter. It wasn't me. It was him. That's what both of y'all was a shooter. And what's funny is you see some of them cases. I think it's Mississippi or like Alabama.
Memphis.
It's in certain states that it don't matter. If you're there, you try with it as if you did it. And they'll still make them stitch on each other to get both of them. It don't matter. You already doing it. Ain't nobody getting a lighter sentence. You tried together anyway. And that's the same thing with Amalek and Esau. They're both Edomites.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's finally condemned, bro.
It's 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off.
And that mischief is beginning already. You can just see the spirit of this man already, like that he's becoming that one was me. Just the shit ain't going right. You see certain shit for the man just don't go right. When he would get the automatic victory, no matter what he did, it just worked out. It's not really happening like that no more. He think he can just shoot up and kill people and still get off, it ain't happening just like that no more like that. Okay? The tables are turning. The paradigm is shifting.
And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall
Well,
come.
I've been saying the curses is coming on you now. We're watching it happen.
Like these mysterious diseases that's plaguing a lot of these Edomites. For the past year or so, man, Esau been getting plagued out, man. These so-called white people, man. But guess what? All it is just a recompense, because you've been spreading diseases all throughout the world for centuries. All right, you brought diseases over here and you killed off millions of Native Americans. All right, and then your scientists and your surgeons, they've used Israelite babies as experiments for a lot of your disease spreading. All right, putting it in your little needles and stuff like that.
Then shoot one baby,
Yeah.
and let that baby, send that baby back home to the hood, and then we'll see how far that disease spread.
Yeah, putting vaccinations in these babies. Well, now a lot of your children are coming out retarded, man. A lot of them are getting autistic. Okay?
Now I see
Yeah, man.
all types of weird shit.
And it's gonna be more of it, man. The Lord's gonna make sure of that. Go ahead, man.
Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
To back up the scripture the brother read in Jeremiah, the 6th chapter, where he said everybody's going to get matter of fact, if you don't mind, what I want to speak here.
Jeremiah 6.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 11. Therefore I am full of the fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad and upon the assembly of the young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days. And their houses shall be turned unto others with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord.
Go ahead and read that in Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. And to the others he said in mine, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not
That's
near.
it right there. Slay everybody, lay everybody that don't have a mark of exemption on them, lay them down. Now, matter of fact, read the mark of exemption in verse 4.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem,
Through the Israelites,
and,
the lands where they inhabit,
and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry.
yeah, go through them and set a mark of exemption from judgment of the men that sign that cry, okay? For all the abominations that be done in the midst of them, okay? Those that are of the elect that wake up, they wake up and and go out there and prophesy, okay? That I've called now and I will choose for exemption to earn their salvation. Now just read down there.
Midst of Jerusalem, that's where you tribes dwell at.
Yep.
The ghettos, the projects, you know, the neighborhoods, you know, where our people are at, man. The reservations, you know. The Lord gonna send an angel, you know, that's gonna be on the spirit of the so-called white man. He's gonna just go ape shit on that.
But there will be an elect or an exempt that comes out of it. Then he's also going to have, like the brother said, he's going to have his sword go through there. His living sword go there and plunder, man. That's what this man does. He plunders. Okay? That's what we've been warning you about all day. This man is going to come down and plunder on you. We shall look at the word plunder. I think we know the meaning of it, but I want to hear what he's saying. This man's not going to spare you because the Lord didn't give him the spirit of mercy. This man don't have no mercy. Look at the stuff he do. When he do it, something like that, he does that unwillingly. He don't want to. He want to. He's a terminator, man. He just wants to kill everything.
Ezekiel 21, I have the sword is furbished, being made sharp
Yep.
Yeah.
to bring forth a slaughter. You know, he said he give it into the hands of the slayer. Esau, he's the witness thing, of the Heavenly Father, man. He uses Esau to bring forth judgment upon you tribes. You know? And most likely use Esau to bring germ warfare, biological warfare, all right, the spread of disease like he's been doing. All right, he has the power to cause natural disasters, man, which they're really not natural because he has weather modification technology. He can get you like, hey, that's what he got Haiti with. And Haiti has not been able to recover since that devastating earthquake.
You said it earlier, right? Now Haiti now had a puppet set up over there.
Yep.
Same way they're trying to do in Venezuela. They're set another puppet up over there. So they can take it down.
Yep.
That word plunder means
Because Haiti was plundered after that earthquake. Okay? They went back to Haiti and plundered it again.
to steal goods from a place or person, typically using force, and in a time of war or civil disorder, the violent and dishonest acquisition of property. It says to pillage, loot,
Straight up treachery.
rob.
Hey, you don't think this is about to happen in America? You don't think this is about to happen when martial law is fully declared? The troops is gonna plunder. Hey, what did the apostle, the elder, talk about?
Anti-hoarding act.
Yep.
That is
You can't store up. You can't store up a bunch of goods.
the national readiness prepared NRP.
Readiness Preparedness Act.
Yeah. I think that's NPRA or NRPA. I think NRPA. The National Readiness Preparedness Act. You can't hoard nothing up. You can't store up nothing. The government can come and take it from you anyway. And when that's the one. We talk about the NDAA a lot, but the NRPA, that's the one that really hurts. All the stuff is taken away with that. You're now a slave to the system openly with that one. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says the violent and dishonest acquisition of property, property acquired illegally and violently. The synonyms are, it says take material from or from someone for their own purpose.
NRPA.
Yeah. Pillage, loot, rob,
Hey,
raid.
you gonna be mad when this man come get your classic Cadillac, man, and he gonna use it to hoard off private citizens around these camps.
He may use it as just a barricade or something.
Yeah, he use it for anything.
Yeah.
Target practice.
To raid.
Those are a lot of these preppers. A lot of y'all are on his hit list.
Yeah.
They got you in the data farms, man. They know how much you stocking up on. They know what you buying. They know you armed. They know you got heavy ammunition. So that's why when they come for you, they gonna come in with them cannons, man. They gonna kick down your door and they gonna throw them smoke grenades up in there.
Yep.
And they gonna get you out your house. And if you armed and dangerous, they just gonna shoot you down.
How stupid are they? They go on TV with the show. I got this, and this, and they give them a grade. That's just like them dumb niggas that go on them drug Inc. or whatever and wonder why they get popped
Right
2 months later or
So,
something. Dumbass niggas.
They already got popped.
Yeah, man. And because the scriptures say, it was back in 2 Ezra 16, how it says that it's gonna be an insurrection in every city upon those that fear the Lord. And it also says that people gonna be. It says they shall be as madmen, sparing none. And they shall cast you out of your houses, and your houses are gonna be spoiled. Meaning they're gonna go into your homes, and if you have all these different goods that you hoard for yourself, they're gonna take them. They're gonna take them out, man. They're gonna take all your weapons. They're gonna take all your food. Okay.
Yeah, because they probably gonna be eating like MREs or something. they gonna come to your spot and see canned jellies and fruits and and different nice quality toilet paper and shit like that. They gonna be like,
That's what they did over in Iraq, man.
Yep.
America, when he sent the troops over there in Iraq, they took the palaces down of Saddam Hussein and his government cabinet or whatever. And the American military, they moved right in. Swimming in the swimming pool and shit, taking all his gold money catch that he had up in the palaces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rapping niggas that got money, got the big mansions and shit. Them troops gonna be up in there, man. They're gonna be up in there.
They're gonna take your possession. That's why the scriptures teach against basically stocking up. Even Alan Shai spoke about how the rich, you try to stock up for yourself. Riches to enjoy. You think you're gonna enjoy it later, but hey, thou fool, don't you know that tonight your life is required, man?
Yeah. Solomon said it too.
Yeah.
Store up something for another man to enjoy.
Yeah, man. Esau, he's gonna come for it, man.
They say they shall leave their goods unto other people.
Yeah.
It says they know not that they shall leave them to another people.
Yeah.
That wasn't your intent.
So your cities, your neighborhoods, your blocks, the block is gonna get plundered, man. You niggas ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that's who we're really talking to. We're telling you about what Esau doing and all that, but I hope you're catching the message of what they gonna do to you. They gonna lock your neighborhood down. They gonna go house to house, sending you off to a camp. And that's if you're lucky. Because certain neighborhoods, they just gonna execute, man. Fuck it, we ain't got buses coming in. And what do you think they did in the movie The Purge? Right? They had those certain trucks, the big ass trucks coming through, trying to up the numbers. That was in the first Purge movie and the second movie, the first Purge, and also Purge Negative.
Because they're going to get a certain amount of people in the concentration camps, and the ones they ain't got time to put on the bus, like you said, they just gonna kill.
Yeah, don't sit the bus down.
They was going floor to floor.
We don't want niggas and niggas in what's the certain housing projects in the middle there. Don't want nobody out here. They don't know who the important people are. They don't have a certain place anyway when they go there. And then they're probably gonna be working for the government anyway or some way to get them out of that situation. And they're gonna run through everybody. Everybody else. Kill everybody else.
We gotta remember, during the 70 AD, the besieging of Jerusalem, what was that about? The Romans, they took spoil. They went up in their temple and snatched everything out. Alright, they blocked everything in. Anything. That's why the Lord said, when that time comes, you better get the hell up out of here. You better flee into the mountains. Don't try to take anything with you. Okay? Don't try to take nothing with you, man. Just leave. When Jake got stayed back, they tried to fight like the zealots. They tried to fight. They got scattered, put to death. And those that that tried to flee into certain places, the Romans wouldn't allow food to come through, so they were starving. You don't think Esau have the power to do that in this day and time?
He's more in control now.
Everything, all this is controlled.
Hey, he could just cut off your internet. You niggas are fucked. Just your internet.
He gonna do it. They did a test in Russia where they cut off the internet for I don't know how long, but maybe a 24-hour period.
Hey, you cut the internet off, right? Imagine, like the bus said, the EMP, they cut that off. It's a wrap, man. And then they are already alluding to a lot of this going on. They're already showing certain Super Bowl commercials and all of this. Mm-hmm. They're shutting the power off, man. They're alluding to this stuff, man. Okay? EMP is perfect. How do you trace an EMP? You can trace that back. You don't trace it. Cyber attack? We've been talking about cyber attacks already. Your car, if EMP hits, most of these cars, I think over like 2005, no, I think it's like 98, have a computer in chip is in the cars.
They did that in Ocean's 11. Remember when they had that? It was just for a second, but it's, you know.
Alright, this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 1. And I'm going to just read down to verse 11, or verse 12. Lamentation 5 and 1. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We haven't drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. We get our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah.
You know what's beautiful about this is because this is a lamentation about what Israel was going through under the persecution of the Babylonians. All right, and they thought that they was going to try to make a pact with the Egyptians and the Assyrians. They was going to try to form an alliance, a military alliance to go against the Babylonians. But the Mosai made sure that the Egyptians disappointed Jacob, and they were unsuccessful, and they ended up getting slaughtered, and they got taken as prisoners from the land and brought away. So heathens basically took over Jerusalem. Okay, they took over Jerusalem, and Jacob was forced to be a slave, man. Picture that, you a slave in your own town, in your own city, by the heathens. Okay? Hey, over there in New York, that dude Poppy, yeah, went to the Bronx River projects, and they're building fucking high-ass chain link fences. It already has a gate around it, but now they're putting a fucking fence on the outside of it, man. Basically to block all those jakes that living in those projects, that they can actually be blocked in. Okay? So if Esau decides to declare a martial law in New York, you niggas that living in those projects, you niggas in those projects, you have no escape route. You gonna be suffering in those projects, man. With the military troops, or the National Guard, or basically all of the martial law troops. They gonna be outside of those gates, man, with them weapons, man. Okay, and we saw how they did you in the latest purge. When they came for you niggas in those project buildings, they went from floor to floor, airing everything out. Okay, Esau's the sword, man. Okay, and then a lot of you that don't die, they put you in those internment camps. You're gonna be forced to do labor, man. They gonna put you to work. That's what a prison. When you in prison, you in captivity. Work as a slave in captivity, man.
What I heard was, what do you think making all this fake glory up in Walmart? All those clothes and certain shit? That they used to have the same, you got them in there making license plates, but they got you in there making jeans and shirts and shit. I heard that's what fake glory, I heard that from the business. Walmart said.
Verse 11, They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. Princes are hanged.
So you women back then, our women were getting raped back then by their enemies. All these things, and whatso was written aforetime was written for our learning, man. That which have been is that which shall be. Okay, that's why we bring these old prophecies out, man, because they're reoccurring. All right, Jacob's trouble is going to be all these things that we suffered times 1,000, man. Go ahead.
Verse 12, princes are hanged up by their hand, the faces of elders were not honored. They took the young men to grind, to work, and the children fell under the wood. The elders have ceased from the gate, the young men from their music. The joy of our heart is ceased, our dance is turned into mourning. The crown is fallen from our head, woe unto us that we have sinned. For this our heart is faint, for these things our eyes are dim, because of the mountain of Zion which is desolate, the foxes walk upon it.
That's why that book is called Lamentation, man. They were in mourning because that's what they were experiencing. All right,
Jeremiah, and that's what we see. And we're lamenting also like Jeremiah did about because just like Jeremiah wasn't ready to deal with what was truly coming by the Babylonians, he said he's not ready for American They have guilty. They want billions of dollars. They have MRAP, which is the city tanks. They tanks for the inner cities to hit the corners quick and drive fast on these paved roads. That's all it really is. Alright? You niggas ain't ready for it. Show the army with the religion that you need from the Halabashi outside. To properly be born. Okay? Anything else that you want to continue going?
that was it on that.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction.
Hey, you because this parent gave you a little toys, you forgot what you did really. You allowed this man to take all that bondage and slavery right out to the schools teaching your children. Right? So you're thinking, oh, okay, we don't have to live that. I've heard Snoop said it, there's other people that I know that have said that they don't like looking back at slavery movies and stuff like that. Slavery movies is important to remind you what you've been through. Then once you have the understanding, you know why you don't want to do it.
And it reminds you who your enemy is.
Key thing, it reminds you who your enemy is.
Hey, that shows you somebody sell out, man. Because that's plain. You gotta understand. That's a big thing that's lacking in this generation. They don't know about what happened to them or what happened to their forefathers. You know, and that keeps Jake in a stupid mind. That's why the younger Jake believe everybody can get along. Everything is all good. Oh, I don't have no enemies. Yes, you do. Because they're not watching things like that. They're not required to watch Roots and to see the atrocities done to their people. Because Esau, he's taking it out of the school system. He's not teaching you that you was a slave. He was teaching you that you indentured servants not even learning the textbooks no more. You know, slavery is out of it. You know, so when you
so like we chose,
Right.
we chose we're lazy.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
I want to say this though. Here's the thing: just cause you don't think you're in a fight, don't mean you're not. You can still get knocked out. And that's what's about to happen. Heavenly Father's about to allow this man to come to your neighborhood and knock you the hell out. And you're gonna wish it was only with the fist.
In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
You're not gonna remember how good you had it when you sit up there watching the Super Bowl 28 on a 60-inch flat screen or whatever. You're not gonna remember that when you sit in a concentration camp. It ain't gonna be good. That memory's gonna haunt you now. That when you saw the video of the Israelites warning you what was going on and you didn't click on it. Or you clicked on it for 32 seconds and you clicked off of it. Oh, they on some bullshit. I ain't got time to get that. Yeah, no, these guys crazy. That ain't never gonna happen in this lifetime. Hey, something that we did.
It says, for it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways.
That's why it says in Proverbs 11, riches profit not in the day of wrath. All right, because you can live comfortably now and enjoy your riches or whatever, but when that day comes, Scripture talk about how the Most High, He can get you when you in your security. All right, he can preserve you, and you can try to live deliciously and good. You know what I'm saying? But on the day of judgment, there's not enough money in the world to buy away your debt. Right? You can't deposit no money to the Most High in exchange for Him to have mercy on you. Okay? Once that moment comes, that's it.
Somebody tried that, right? Look at it.
Hey.
Some little guy's name. He's like, hey, can I get some of that spirit off now? Damn, man, you don't want that.
How can I get the spirit? How can I kill like that?
The affliction of an hour maketh the man forget pleasure, and in his end his deeds shall be discovered. That's it. This is the affliction of an hour makes the man make a man forget pleasure. That's what's gonna happen. When all hell breaks loose, man, both sides start putting judgment on you people, man. Y'all gonna forget. Y'all gonna forget that America was the land of the honey you thought it was, you know? You're gonna forget about your American dream when your babies is starving, you know? When you ain't got no food to eat. You know, when all hell breaks loose, you're gonna forget that, hey, you're gonna forget that you had your kids enrolled in college so they can get their degree, man. It's gonna be a dog-eat-dog society, man.
That's right.
You're gonna forget all the good things that you once had in your life. You're gonna forget that y'all had a big mansion. You know, you're gonna forget that you had a six-figure job.
A refrigerator full of food.
A fridge full of food that you can't eat no more because the EMP hit. So now your food is spoiled. Yeah. You're gonna forget all these things when all hell breaks loose, man. The Most High is gonna make sure you people remember who runs this. He gonna make sure you remember, hey, that what you did to his chosen people, and you gonna get recompense for that, man. Because you didn't hearken unto the words of his prophets out there, you know.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah 59 and 18. According to their deeds, according to their deeds, he will repay fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the isles he will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Hey, the scriptures repeatedly said that the enemy gonna come in like a flood. Okay? This man is gonna come upon him and come roll on you people, man. When I say roll, he gonna roll out all the, it ain't the red carpets, but it's just he gonna roll out a bloody mess, man. Bloody mess. Okay, you're gonna be a lot of killing when the Lord allows this man to roll on you. Punish you people. Okay? We don't be hidden from that. Some of us might get swept up in that, but we'll be looking for the same.
Verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, says the Lord. As for me, this is my covenant with them, says the Lord. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, says the Lord. From henceforth and forever.
Yeah, we gotta speak this word, man. Whether Jake hear it or not, man. Jake is, man, all y'all preach is just negativity. It's just
Ain't nothing but negativity coming.
what you expect, man.
Hey, would you not rather be warned before you about to get hit? Before something happening to you?
The difference.
And we wouldn't be the prophets if we came with any other message, man. You know, these things have to happen before we get the kingdom, man. Through much tribulation shall we enter. Okay?
Ezekiel 2:9, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein
The whole book.
and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe.
All negative. Now I want to make this point, right? When it's a positive message, it's a surprise, right? You don't need warning for a positive message, but for a warning, it's negative news. You know, the positive and getting negative news, that's a warning. You know about it coming. Instead of you seeing it as something positive, like we see it as something positive, being warned of the Heavenly Father before He does what He's about to do. You didn't see it because you don't want this place to go down. Because you want to continue being in slavery and in wickedness forever. You want to continue to go on. That's why you're mad. That's why you call it negative. Yeah, it is negative. But being in captivity, hey, my children gotta go get vaccines to learn to read and write. My children, if they get sick, I gotta go talk to this man and hope he don't give them something that they don't need. Something that's gonna hurt them worse. Hey, in this society, I can't tell the mother of my children that she can't take them to the doctor. You know, because she can do whatever the hell she thinks she wants to do in this society. That ain't no oppression over you. That's not worse than going through some troubled times, getting destroying all the wicked people out of our people to get to a better age, better time period, but right where in blood of righteousness. Hey, the Heavenly Father has the perfect plan, man, and you can't subvert that plan. It's gonna happen according to His schedule and the way He wants. And what He wants is to set everybody that is not humble to Yahweh Shemashai to be humble to Yahweh Shemashai. You're gonna do it with pain, okay? And a lot of death and killing. That's what He's gonna do. Yes, sir.
Somebody can, 1 Kings 22. Start at 6. Because ultimately, just like it says in Isaiah the 30th chapter, it talks about how Jacob, they rather hear smooth things. They don't want to hear the truth from the seers, from the prophets. They want you to prophesy lies to them. We even had that back then during the time of the kings. Okay? You had King Jehoshaphat, which means what? Jehoshaphat means the Most High's judgment.
Yep.
All right? When you heard, the news coming to him, the prophets, wanted to set up some false prophets because he didn't want to hear anything from the true prophets. All right? Matter of fact, start up and then read down to like verse 8. Start at the top.
This 1 Kings 22 at the top. And they continued 3 years without war between Syria and Israel. And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, came down to the king of Israel. And the king of Israel said unto his servants, Know ye that Ramoth in Gilead is ours, and we still be, and we be still slacking, and take it not out of the hand of the king of Syria? And he said unto Jehoshaphat, Wilt thou go with me to battle to Ramoth Gilead? And Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, I am as thou art, my people as thy people, my horses as thy horses. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. Then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto him, Shall I go into Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear?
Yeah, he's trying to figure out if he should go to battle with the Syrians or not. All right, and really, he really ain't trying to. But he's trying to seek from the prophets, you know, on that decision. Because the Most High uses the prophets as a communication to Israel. That was the normal thing. You have to seek the prophets for what the Heavenly Father said. Go ahead, bro.
About 400 men said unto them, Shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And Jehoshaphat said, Is there not here a prophet of the Lord?
He's looking for another answer.
Yeah. Is there another prophet? You know, can I get another prophet? You know? You know?
He want a second opinion and shit.
Is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him? And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord, but I hate him, for he just but I hate him, for he did not prophesy good concerning me.
Jacob, he ain't trying to hear it, especially if it's concerning them. Hey, he ain't trying to hear that, man.
It's like Jacob said earlier. Man, I don't watch the news. Why? Because it's all bad news. I used to not watch the news. I still don't watch this regular news. I mean, if it's on, I'll glance at it. I don't watch the news either. But you're not watching no news. No world news. No nothing. You're not looking at the newspaper. Nothing. You know, you're not overhearing conversations about nothing. What's going on in the world?
Yes,
It's all bad going on.
Like him, the king, he's like somebody that I'd rather watch fucking Fox News rather than Al Jazeera. You know? He was somebody that I'd rather listen to CNN than to watch RT America, man. You know, you want fake news. You don't want the real news. You know, hey, we're your spiritual forecasters, man. Yeah. We telling you what it is before it happens, man. Okay, the prophets before me and before thee of old have prophesied both against many kingdoms,
Against war, evil, pestilence.
yeah. And it tells you in Revelation that the prophets are they're gonna have on sackcloth. Sackcloth is raiment yeah.
Negativity, basically.
Yeah. You put on in the ancient world when you mourn, you put on sackcloth, man. Okay. Go ahead, Rob.
Continue in 1 Kings 22:8. I hate him, for he does not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, Hasten hither, Micaiah the son of Imlah. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat the king of Judah sat on each his throne, having put on their robes, in a void place of the entrance of the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah the son of Chenaanah made him horns of iron and said, Thus saith the Lord, with these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou have consumed them. And all the prophets prophesied, saying, Go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hands of the king. And the messenger that was going to call Micaiah said unto him, saying, Behold now, the words of the prophets declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them that speak that which is good.
We only want to hear some good shit, man. Hey, if it's some evil
bullshit.
I don't want to hear it, man.
When you look at these people's posts on the different social media sites and all that, or even like a dating site, right? All you will see is people talking about how you come with that negativity, you can keep it. Or they'll say that directly, or they'll indirectly say it by saying, you can't make me laugh. You can't be like, people just want to be that happy, laugh with us.
Hey, right. What does the scripture say about the Ecclesiastes? Done, but like the brother saying, people only saying they want the positive vibes, they just want goodness, but they obviously not watching the news. Because as we always say, the American people, their minds are so dumb, man. They don't understand what's in front of them when it's literally right in front of their face. You got a bunch of people with a bunch of dumb people with smartphones. You have access to nothing but news outlets, but what happens? They do nothing but stay on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and just for raw stuff for entertainment purposes. Because the minds of the American people are stuck on poverty. So when all hell breaks loose, as it's soon about to happen, that's why it's gonna catch them as a thief in the night. Because they're not worried about nothing serious to happen to them. They're only worried about the next game, the next album that's dropping, the next girl that's gonna post something on social media, the next thirst trap. So when all hell breaks loose, when martial law is right at their door, when they starving, when they babies can't eat,
or when they're eating their babies,
or when they're eating their children, then it's gonna finally set in. And oh snap, we are going through something crazy. Where was the help? Where were the men out there that was supposed to warn me?
And that's like it, bro. And at that point, nobody's gonna give a shit. Nobody's gonna care at that moment. When you realize, by the time you Jakes realize that something evil has come upon you, it's too late. It's too late. Nobody's gonna care. It's gonna be save myself.
That's when you know at that moment you fucked up.
Yeah, that's that Proverbs 1 moment. Proverbs the first chapter moment.
You don't get there.
You want to bring that up?
Yeah, let me bring this out right quick. Proverbs 7, Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better to go to the house of mourning at a church house. You went to the prophets, man. You're supposed to hear the words of mourning. That's what you was worried about. You showed up every week. So the enemy that they coming? No, they're not. Okay, we'll hold this.
Hey, that's why the scriptures tell you in Amos the 3rd chapter. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Hey, are not we the mouthpieces of the Most High? Meaning what? We're trumpets. We're the spirit. We're the spiritual instruments warning the people of the bad news to come. Which means what? Hey, the noise of the prophets or the mouth of the prophets is a warning before the full storm. So when you people not hearkening or listening to the words of Yahweh Shai because it's only coming from men that look like you, hey, well that's gonna catch you, man. This says
Yahweh Shai said it. He said a prophet is not without honor except in his own country.
Exactly, bro.
They're just seen as ordinary men.
Yeah, we just seen as regular people. Can you read that again?
The message is special.
Bro.
It says, it is better to, this is Ecclesiastes 7:2, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
It says better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. And as the brother said, y'all worried about who the message coming from instead of worrying about the message. It's much similar to when y'all get mad at us for cussing. You know what I'm saying? Saying having rude speech. But the scriptures tell you about that. Hey, though we may be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. You're more worried about how we're giving it off, knowing that when shit hits the fan, it's gonna be crazier, man. You're watching social media and shows that got cussing and a bunch of bad stuff in it already.
Way worse than what we're talking about.
More worried about the deliverance of the message than the message.
Exactly. You watching Housewives of whatever major city. A bunch of hypocrites. You listening to a bunch of music talking about the moving drugs into the houses of your people and about killing, about putting a hit on the nigga head. But as soon as the prophets talk about the Lord is gonna kill you, then it's now something bad.
Just entertainment.
Bro.
For it is the end of all men heart.
Kind.
Sorrow is better than laughter.
Kind. Sorrow is better than laughter. That lamentation more than the woe. Hey, though it may be seen, oh, y'all always saying something negative. Hey, but you gotta understand, though we may be preaching something that's negative to you people, hey, that the good news is good unto the elect.
I was just gonna say, while y'all are while y'all crying and mourning and all of that, we're gonna be rejoicing.
God, it says, hey, in the days in which you hunger, his servants shall eat. And the day in which you thirsty, his servants shall drink, man. Y'all don't understand that, hey, that though we out here, hey, making ordinary people, it looks like we're just fools out here. Hey, but hey, we're fools for y'all, we're fools unto the word. I mean, fools unto the world. It's like, hey, but time for the word. But we out here making our bodies a living sacrifice so that we're covered until the days to come, man. While you people are just out here BSing. It says sorrow is better than laughter, and by it the heart is wicked.
And by it the heart, so for by sadness the countenance of the heart. For by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
For by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning.
The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, meaning what? Hey, that heart is going into La'ab, man. Yeah, you're talking about your mind. You prepare for bad things to happen. Like, you see these people screaming now, they playing now. Hey, but soon they really gonna be running, man. This is nothing. Hey, they don't understand the terrors that the Most High is about to bring upon this world, man. You got newly created creatures, apparitions. Famine, you people ain't never starved, man. You know, hey, you haven't went a day without food. When you can't find any groceries, when you can't find the next meal, then it's gonna arise a problem for you.
And these third world countries have an advantage over us in those type of things.
Hey,
the kids of America is gonna destroy you. Hey, you're not used to going with them.
The Lord is preparing us on every level, man. He's preparing us mentally, spiritually, and physically. You know, y'all people just don't practice fasting. You know, y'all have a urgency to always eat because your diet is messed up. And since your diet is messed up, your body is highly acidic, which means, hey, when you don't have the food, or when you
I gotta say this one. Though your belly is full, your body is still malnourished.
Bro.
You know, the food that you eat, those minerals, whatever that you eat, right? They don't have the nourishment that you need.
Fine, so the McDonald's, the Jack and the Crack you eating, hey, when you may think it tastes good, but it has no nourishment to it. Hey, we practice healthy diets because our forefathers wrote of it, and because it's the Most High told us to do so, man. Hey, it says
take care of this temple.
God, take care of your temple. It says a dinner of greens is better than a dinner of a stalled ox. You know, meaning what? Hey, lay off the meats and treat your body to greens, man. But you people don't, the same book that you say you believe in, you practice nothing out of it.
Let me read it. Verse 4 is still the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
The heart of the fools is in the house of mirth. You people are stuck on foolishness, man. Hey, how far do you think your social media likes is really gonna get you? You got you people that have become stars off of it. But what profit is that, man? Y'all will live for the fame of this world for no reason. That's why scriptures tell you, love not the world, neither the things that are in it. For what is in the world, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes. So all you people that think social media and becoming popular is the answer, and you soon gonna see that you haven't been storing your riches up in heaven, man. All the things that you're doing is folly, is vanity.
The next verse 5 says, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise.
Yep.
That's what we're giving you. We're giving you the correction of wisdom. Straight from the source, from the Heavenly Father.
Everything that you're doing in your life right now, if you're not tending to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, then ultimately you living to be killed. You're living to die. You know?
It says, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, kindling, right? Yep. It says, so is the laughter of the fool. This is also vanity.
So is the laughing of the fool. Hey, the scriptures tell you, hey, those that are laughing now shall mourn and weep. Because that's what's gonna happen. These people don't understand the severity of what's actually about to happen upon the earth we live on, man. The Most High is gonna flip this place 180 degrees, man. All the good things that you're seeing now, hey, it's gonna become it's becoming stumbling blocks into you. Hey, right now you thinking your social media is making you feel good. You know, you going to the All-Star game, All-Star weekend is making you feel good.
And this is what we do for All-Star weekend.
This is what we do.
Prophesying of the destruction of the people in the All-Star weekend and wherever else in this place.
And this not just a weekend thing. We live this word, man. Every day of our lives to the best of our ability. While you people are stuck on stupid. Y'all, hey, it's gonna be a great wake-up call to you niggas, man. Because the same people that's talking bad things about the men of the Lord are the same people that's about to be caught up in this mess, man.
Somebody get Isaiah 65.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 10, I'm reading down to 12. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And it was their accuser, Esau, so-called white man, all right? And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives until death.
And they loved not their lives until death. They wasn't overjoyed about the way, the condition that they were living in. You should be, because we're in captivity. You know, and as a prophet of the Lord, you take some extra heat. You know, Paul warned about that extra heat that you take. And some of your house life. Yeah, blessed are you when we revile you, persecute you for righteousness' sake. We were warned about that. The brother said it earlier. A prophet is not without honor, but among some people, his loved ones, the main ones that don't like you, don't respect you. You know?
Verse 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, O ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath.
Hey, how can we be happy knowing that this devil is about to come down with great wrath? What's there to be happy about? Now, we're happy. We got good news because we warn you that the Heavenly Father's got an escape route or escape plan for you if you're of the elect. But if you're not paying attention to that, if you're not of that, it's all bad news.
Yes, verse 11 says they overcame by the blood of the Lamb.
That's right.
All right.
Hey, I shall deliver you from the same. Fear not, for I will be your God, and I will deliver you from the same. You gotta go.
Going down to 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
Yep, you gotta come down because he knows that. You think Trump hasn't been escalating things because deep in his spirit he know he got but a short time? Hey, Obama just did 8 years. Okay? That was the fastest 8 years of any presidency I've ever seen. Felt like 4 years. Okay, that's how fast that went down. So they talking about trying to kick Trump out and impeach him. So he's like, let me hurry up and get this shit cracking. So he's pushing forward, doing the work of the devil, man. Pushing that forward to get this New World Order agenda popping. Get everything lined up in a short amount of time. That was it. You know something, Paul?
Yeah, 65 on what, bro?
Oh, yeah. Somebody else.
13.
Come. It's Isaiah 65, 13. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
So we rejoice over that. Because we believe it. We have faith in it. It's bad got news for you because you don't deserve none of that stuff. Take it right here.
Oh my.
Hey, start at 11.
This is Isaiah 65 and 11. And it reads, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget the holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
He's talking to his own people.
Time, bro.
2/3 of you jakes that think shit is sweet. The Most High, hey man, the Most High, he ain't joking around with you niggas, man. This ain't no fucking joke. He's getting ready to bring straight slaughter to you people, man. Because you've forgotten his holy mountain, man. The Lord is, he's calling it out through us and through all the men throughout the four corners. This is worldwide now. So you jakes, you're left without excuse. Okay? The Lord is making it to where none of you can have an excuse. You have to give an account, man. All right? You can't say you wasn't forewarned, man. Go ahead, huh?
This is 12, because when I call ye did not answer.
Hey, we've been calling out. Hey, this is church. That's what it means. It means to call out. All right? We've been calling out for years. Our apostles and elders, they've been calling out. So the Lord been calling out for them for years, man. Centuries. And then their elders. Okay? This word been going out strong, man, all over the world, man.
Yeah, as the scripture said, the line is going out from all the earth.
Yeah. Go ahead, huh?
It says, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
You still want to be a flaming sodomite, a velvet cake faggot. You want to be a lesbian. You want to be a bad bitch with tattoos all over your body. Twerk artist. You want to be a track nigga. You want to sell drugs. You know, you just want to be just a complete demon, man. A nigga. You didn't want to repent. All right, you want to be a damn an Egyptologist, a Muslim, a Moor. Okay. Go ahead, huh?
Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
So when that famine comes, I'm gonna make sure my servants, the same men who's out there sounding crying, I'm gonna make sure they eat.
Take care of them.
I'm gonna take care of those men. I'm gonna get them off the streets. This is around the time when they're gonna be trying to seek for answers, and we ain't gonna be out here because it's gonna be a famine of the word. All right. Go ahead.
Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Yeah, hey, that's twofold.
Time.
You're gonna be thirsty for the truth, but you missed out. You missed out. You had ample time.
We're trying to deliver somebody. We're trying to deliver the fountains of living water unto you, that your belly will flow with the fountains of living water.
Yep.
But you didn't want it.
Yep.
You'd always be hydrated. You didn't want it.
Yep.
And I called unto them, but they refused.
That's right.
Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. And
So we're gonna be giving praise to Yahweh Shema Shai and joy while you're gonna be on the ground mourning, man. You're gonna be on your knees with your face to the ground, crying your eyes out, man, and screaming. Whether because you're in pain, you're in agony, you're in 8 weeks, or you done watched a family member get their head decapitated or shot by a martial law troop. We gonna be good, man. Because like the Lord told Ezekiel, give my people a warning from me, man. And if they don't hear it, then hey, their blood shall be upon their own head, but you have delivered your soul. Okay, so when that time comes, we basically standing on that guard tower, you can come down off that tower now. You done did your overseeing. The watchtower. All right. You done blew the trumpet. You did what you have to do. Now I'm gonna kill these niggas because they didn't listen to the sound of the trumpet. Right?
In fact, y'all done came down off that tower. Now go hide. Go come in my secret chamber and hide away.
And I got some food. I got some drink. I got all that with me. Well, and listen to the nigga woman screaming. All right, listen to these niggas screaming.
And the day that's gonna be music to our ears.
Hell yeah.
That sound like the one chick I used to date. Man, that's hurting, man.
Wake up! I hear them niggas screaming again.
Because don't it say in Proverbs how the Lord said he's gonna laugh, he gonna mock when the fear coming? Yeah, I mean, both of those chapters go hand, yeah.
Let's look. It's 15. It says, and ye shall, 14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
That's that woe to you that laugh now, or you shall mourn and weep, man.
Yep.
This shit ain't always sweet, man. Folly is just it's too set in dignity, man. Great dignity. All right, but this ain't no laughing, joking matter, man.
Game time, playing time is over.
Yeah, that's up. That's out. Okay. You ain't gonna be watching the 5150 show on YouTube, man. All right, Corey Holcomb, that nigga, he gonna be running for his life, man. Okay. Good.
Real quick, man. Isaiah 58:1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, because it shows us that us out here speaking is blowing that trumpet. Okay, we're blowing a trumpet like they would in the ancient world, the rams would let you know, hey, an enemy is about to come against you. Hey, trumpets are coming. You know? We from up here, we see it afar off. Y'all don't even see it. We try to warn you how far away that this is coming from. Okay? And how bad it looks. Like, think, you way up there on that tower, you can see 20,000 men walking up on you, coming across the countryside to come take over your kingdom. Okay? And that's what we see. And that's what we're telling you. The so-called white man is going to roll on you, man. He's going to kill you people. He's going to punish you people. All for the Heavenly Father. Because you transgressed against the Heavenly Father. Okay? It says, show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. That's what we're here to tell you. Hey, clean yourself up, man. Stop transgressing. The laws of the Heavenly Father, trying to repent from those sins that you can do and ask for forgiveness from the governments. Okay? Because if not, you're going to get jacked up.
It's like a child at home. Your pop tell you to do something right. He tell you to do something. And you know what I'm saying? You trying to tell your brothers and sisters, hey, y'all stop cutting up, man, for daddy, because if daddy get home, he gonna fuck y'all up, man. He gonna whoop y'all ass. Y'all need to get it together, man.
And that's literally a parable.
Yeah. When dad gets home, he gonna whoop everybody ass.
Now, I knew I was an all-star man. New pops to take that and play that shit. You know what he wanted to do. Before he got back.
Jacob got the fast whooping. Jacob got
Forgetfulness of prosperity.
forgiveness of affliction and prosperity.
Because you got video games, internet, children play, text people all day and night. And then you ain't got to get an ass with you no more. You can't get an ass with you no more.
So you think you grown, huh? You think you grown, huh? Right, the Lord. Me too, bro. So the Lord is gonna show you, man. He's gonna show you ain't what you thought you was, man. He's gonna show you that, hey, I still run this. Hey, cause the Most High, he's He's putting his name back on the earth to get that respect, man.
Allah Shadia.
Come on, bro. Y'all forgot what he did to the earth. Y'all forgot he flooded the earth. You forgot he
First death. He about to do something similar to that.
Come on, bro. Y'all forgot he flooded the earth. Y'all forgot what he did to the Egyptians. Y'all forgot what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. Y'all forgetting all the. Hey, the Lord has a track record, man.
Y'all get the dearths
Yeah.
and the famines
Time.
and all the stuff he did to certain civilizations.
Time.
What Roy Jones say? Y'all must have forgot.
Hell. Hold on. The past 100 years
Time, bro.
here in America.
Yeah.
Just go on Google and type in without sanctuary.
Yeah.
Look at
That
those
was from the
pictures.
Heavenly Father.
Those were the last 100 years, man.
Yeah.
The Most High had Esau do that to Jacob.
Hey, if you look at that without, man, it's brutal. Brutal what happened to you. That was in the last 100 years. The earth was more civilized, according to this standard, 100 years ago than 1,000 years ago. Hey, that's why those shows like the shows are so much better now. They can show all the real blood, gore, rape, and all kinds of crazy shit
They
going on.
put you back in that old age mind state, man.
Yep. Animal instinct of man on the earth.
Yeah, it shows you how a man was a man and how he carried his weight and how a woman was put in her place, man. It showed you order. You know? It showed you that it was an order on the totem pole, a hierarchy, so to speak.
The strongest man.
And it showed, hey, the plagues were still big in that time, man. If you look in the times of the bubonic and pneumonic plague, hey, the dark ages and things like that, things had order, man. But now it's all out chaos. There was no homosexuals and fags just walking around all crazy and proud back then. The women wasn't popping off at the mouth back then, man.
And well, certain civilizations, when you go back further, what's crazy is we have to look at it from our perspective. That wasn't a custom of our people in our nation. We were warned not to do that, and we generally stayed away from that type of stuff. These other nations were brute beasts, man. They did that shit. The Babylonians and the Hamites, they did that wicked shit. The Greeks did that wicked shit. The Romans did that wicked shit. Okay? But we knew better, and we saw how life was supposed to be. Okay? Because we had the wisdom of the book to tell us how to do it. I want to read this Proverbs chapter 1. Verse 22, then I'll read that. Verse 20. So wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? How long you niggas gonna be simple, man? You know? Living after instant gratification and technology. Not storing up any wisdom in your life. Just being moved by your flesh. Not having a real guideline of moral rules, morality to guide you, to keep you disciplined. That's what the book gives you. Wisdom is what the book gives you. Okay?
How many bags of weed you gonna run through before you end up in a fucking straitjacket?
Yeah, exactly. How high do you have to get before you realize that this ain't it? That's something. Yeah, I used to smoke. That was real. I used to smoke. I knew what it was like. I knew why I did it. But I always looked at it like, I ain't doing this forever. Some of you niggas in that Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, high till I die shit.
Yeah, like that's gonna just change the world.
Right,
It's gonna change the world for you if you stay high all the damn time.
Nigga, I still can't pay rent. Nigga, I still can't. You know, I still ain't got the necessities of life.
When you gonna snap into reality, man?
You know, just because they pass it. Hey, you gotta think about it. The damn devil passed this shit for a reason. It wasn't to appease you people. It wasn't to to help you medicinally. What it was about? Because he can still be prescribed it like he passed it to pacify you stupid ass, so he can do whatever the hell he wanted with you. Right? It says, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Hey, most people that you smoke, let's talk about smoking weed. Most people that you smoke with, they don't want to hear no serious information. Nothing serious, nothing life-threatening, nothing immediate. Things we talking about is immediate. Gain this wisdom now. Go through this shit now so you can be preserved later. Nah, man, I need to smoke, man. Man, that mentality's gonna get you killed. It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. Hey, he's doing that. Everybody's prophesying now. Seeing the truth.
Man, that's how many videos?
Yeah.
Just with great notes on the long, man. It's thousands every day of videos going up. So it's constant edification. It's constant prophesying. It's constant exhortation, admonition. Constantly, man. Constantly just putting that vibration out there. Alright, you jakes are getting fed and then some. The Most High is making it that way on purpose.
Say, now some really, now some wisdom and understanding.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the spirit of the Lord pouring his heart out to him. To the jakes, man.
You don't want to eat.
Unfortunately, the spirit is heavy on brothers, man.
Paleo spiritual diet. It's like, you want to put it out unto you, and you work it out unto you. Hey, I'm about to go fuck people in the earth up. With that or not? You on my good side, you gonna keep fucking up like you go down and catch the wrath of everyone with everybody else.
Let's finish this up. Yeah.
It says, because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. This is we're a sign of the Heavenly Father because it's in us. And the word known us. The simple fact that no one here worship. We see the whole number of people that we get. You know, he's so manipulated some others. But he ain't manipulated that much. Because if he was, if everybody was really watching like they should be, not refusing the hand of the Lord, there would be more than the 6 of us out here. We'd be a large camp like most cities. And then the larger camps would be huge camps. On every damn block there in the major cities that they live in. Right? It says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, and your worst low is coming. When you need the most help, he's not going to be there for you. And neither will we. He's going to take us out the streets. There's going to be a famine in the word. He's going to be sitting back laughing at you. Okay? Somebody gonna ask a man of the word a question. Hey man, what's going on? I don't know. Like the brother read earlier, I tell him to stick to the people of my mouth. We don't have nothing to say.
What's going on, brother? Shit, I'm trying to ask you.
You see what they have for you now? Well, you got the chip? Let's go. You got your let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine later. Don't worry
Go
about
in first. Go in first. Tell me what they got. They got a limited amount of chip now. I ain't got the shit, you know, come out here, let me get that. You know? It's crazy now, man. The day is gonna be crazy, man. You guys have no clue what's coming. Alright? It says, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, and I will not hear, I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they that
That's
hated
like you outside in the middle of fucking typhoon, a fucking snowstorm, a tornado, or all that is happening outside. You trying to run to a house, you trying to knock on the door, and it's like nobody at home. You just begging your way in, crying. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? You screaming. Nobody home. Nobody hears you.
Or it's like you knocking on that door and you see people in the house having a party. And they chilling and
they're chilling. They don't even give a fuck what's going on.
You hear
outside.
something? Hell, I didn't hear nothing.
Y'all hear something? Nah, turn that shit up.
They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproaches. 29. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. We're asking you to choose the fear of the Lord. Israelite men, I'm trying to tell you, hey, wake the hell up and choose the fear of the Lord. He's about to fuck you up. You ain't scared? It says, they were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own vices. I used an analogy I think last week about a fork in the road. Well, this is that fork in the road. The Heavenly Father told us, hey, just go down the straight thing and go that way. But y'all Jason's like, nah, I look bad down that way. You don't take this route or that route. Well, you gonna get what you deserve at the end of that route. At least we know what's going on. Our route is gonna be tough shit. But the Heavenly Father gonna pave the step for us. He's gonna light the path for us. Alright? It says,
That's right, bud.
yeah, this is it right here. It says, for the turn away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safe, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. And that's what we're out here for, man. So we can get the quietness from evil. And you that don't listen, don't come out here and do what you gotta do for Heavenly Father, you're gonna be caught up in that world. Destroyed. You got to.
Right? That's it.
That's it.
So with that, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
How? Bashim Hawashai, Bashim Hawakakudash.
Them are to the elder apostles of the great millstone, and show the world over the thumb to the elect.
Shalom. Go ahead.